University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places, and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here, given our wide range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
And welcome, everybody, to KTAK's continuing season-long coverage of the Riverton Wolverines. I am Kevin Shields, your voice of the Wolverines, and I am joined once again by Sean O'Brate, sports editor at The Ranger. Sean, tell the folks howdy do.
Well, howdy do, folks. I'm really excited that you can join us today with Riverton playing against Cody here. It's going to be a fun game.
The reigning, defending state champion team, the Cody Bronx, winner of 2 of the past 3 Wyoming 3A state titles. Again, you're listening to KTAK. Remember, if you're on KTAK or you're about to leave on YouTube, you can watch the game on WYO Today's YouTube page. We also encourage you to download the WYO Today app on your mobile device. And, of course, you can always catch us here on 93.9 KTAK. This is the Hampton Inn pregame show. We'll be back with some pregame analysis here from Cody, Wyoming, here on KTAK.
There are 2 ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
And we are back here on KTAK with the Hampton Inn pregame show. Special thanks to them and a shout out to Ryan and Ashley and Jerica and the whole crew out there at the Hampton Inn. The Hampton Inn is one of our favorite spots because both Sean and I lived there.
Yes.
When we came to work at WYO Today Media. So we are very happy to have them on board this year. So Sean, last week against Powell, we traveled about 2/3 of the way again this week. So basically the same exact route, just cut it short a little bit. Powell dominating fashion, 50-13, and it doesn't get any easier this week.
No, it does not. And Riverton had some shining moments in that first half. They did get up to 13 points, and they just stalled at halftime. But if you remember, they had a few drives that got into the red zone. One of them was brought back by penalties. The other one they stalled as well. And, if they can put together any sort of plays that worked like they did in the first half last week against Cody, there could be a couple scores early, and, this game could not be as out of hand as some people might think.
Now, the scary part is, of course, in 2021 last season, Cody had the third highest scoring of anybody in 3A against Riverton with a 57 points on 554 yards, 53 snaps, averaging per attempt 9.8.
Yeah.
So not a lot of third downs seen there, not a whole lot of second downs.
No, this team can score, and they can score really fast. They have a lot of weapons on the outside. They have a lot of weapons in the backfield. I mean, you can't underestimate any part of their offense, and their defense is just as stout, and they will not let you get very far down the field. So right now, the first thing that Riverton needs to worry about is stopping them on first down, forcing them into a longer second down, and preferably forcing them into a hopefully long to middle ground third down. Because once you can get Cody to a fourth down, who knows what might happen. But the first point of emphasis will be stopping them on first and second down.
And last year, just about all we can go off of as we talked with the Cody coaches and as well as their radio crew, the hometown radio crew, this is their first test of any kind. Last week, they didn't play anybody of any kind. They were saying, I don't have that in front of me, but to look at last year's stats and the game last year against Riverton, I'm going to get to it at some point in time. Against Cody, 57-10 final score, and 36 attempts at rushing for 128. So not horrible, right around the 4 yard per carry, but 7 of 17, only 80 yards in the air. So all purpose, not bad by our Wolverines. 60 snaps, 301 yards, 5 yard per carry average. But the big thing is 3 fumbles that really just told the tale. And a team that is this talented with this much senior leadership as the Cody Broncs have, you just can't have 3 fumbles. So rule number 1 for the Riverton Wolverines is going to be keep a hold of the ball.
Yes, on offense, they have a lot of firepower. You have Ty Sheets, who's coming back from some cramps. You have a new quarterback in Derek DeVries, so those stats from last year have a different quarterback under center. So we'll see what maybe Derek can put together that Nathan Hutchison couldn't or didn't last year. And right now, you're right. You got to keep the ball in your hands. You got to keep the ball, more importantly, out of the Cody Broncs hands. Because once the Cody Broncs get on the offensive side of the ball, like I just said, they don't get to very many third downs. They automatically get those first downs really quick, and then next thing you know, they're in the end zone.
Well, we're going to be right back on KTK. We'll be right back with you with your Sutherland starting lineups and some keys to the game here on KTAK.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
Welcome back to KTAK and the Hampton Inn pregame show. Hampton Inn by Hilton. For if you got friends or family coming into town, make sure to give Ryan and his team a call and stay there for the night. We are going to roll right into the Sutherland starting lineups here on KTAK. Cody does not have a starting lineup yet, but we've gotten some key players from their coaching staff and their radio crews. Just so we know, they have 23 seniors on this team.
That's a lot.
So as Mike Krzyzewski, Coach K, as most people know him at Duke, he said one of the successes, even though he's gone away from it a bit, was always get old, stay old. And this team has 23 guys come back. 6 of their starters were all state Wyoming last year. So as a coaching staff, Sean, you got to feel pretty good when you got 6 all-state performers coming back to help lead your team in defending the state championship.
Yeah, and those six all-state guys are going to be relied upon heavily today. But like you said, there's plenty of senior leadership that can step up anywhere and everywhere on the field. And even off the field, they can be very good on the sidelines, helping out the coaching staff, helping out the team. It's not just on the field that they get to do that. So look to the senior leadership and look to those all-state guys. If the Riverton Wolverines can even slow down any of those all-staters, they have a chance today.
All right, and the Cody High School players to watch are running back / cornerback, a senior, Matt Nelson, number 1. A middle linebacker and fullback, senior Grayson Boudry. Running back, middle linebacker, a sophomore, Great McCartan. He wasn't actually highlighted. I was just going through their whole roster. A senior who doesn't have a position listed yet because they don't know their starters yet, but it's going to be number 8, Trey Thomason. Number 12, a junior, Trey Schroeder. Number 13, a tight end and middle linebacker senior, Dominic Phillips. A senior, not listing a position yet, Lane Road. A wide receiver, outside linebacker senior, number 25, Wilkins Radakovich. Some of the similar last names I saw in basketball last year. A senior middle linebacker, running back, Jackson Schroeder. And a running back, outside linebacker, senior, Remy Broussard. Running back, defensive end, senior, number 52, Graydon Arnold. Center, senior, 53, Logan McLeod. And that's kind of their keys to watch. But the one key player that I haven't mentioned yet, their leader, their quarterback and free safety, the 6'4", 190-pound senior, number 2, Luke Talich. I do believe I know Talich just played basketball last year. He's got offers from Wyoming and Oregon State already. We have been told, though, that he's probably going to be a late commit. That's kind of the feel here. Don't expect him in what is really the main signing period in December, but they still call it early signing. And they're saying he may even go past that first Tuesday in February signing period.
Oh, wow.
All the way into March. So he's going to keep his options open. Congrats to the kid for getting a Pac-12 offer. And we'll have scores tonight throughout Fremont County. And if we get a chance, we'll also give you some of the college action that's going on tonight, some scores when we get a chance for that. But your starting lineups for the Riverton Wolverines. A junior quarterback, Derek DeVries. Wide receiver, junior, number 2, Ty Sheets. Running back, number 3, senior, Vincent Braden. Tight end, number 4, a junior, Branson Saltzgaber. Senior wide receiver, number 5, Kate Gabrielson. Junior wide receiver, number 11, Nick McIntosh. Senior running back, Dominic Payne. Sophomore offensive lineman, Ryan Cox. Junior offensive lineman, Zarek Prosser. Junior offensive lineman, Xavier Garcia. Junior offensive lineman, Lyric Gordon. And a junior offensive lineman, Nathan Mills. And that is your offense. You'll notice I said 12 players because it kind of depends on what they come out. They have a starting halfback, but they only go one running back. We'll expect it to be Dominic Payne.
Yes, we will.
On the defense, defensive back, number 1, also the quarterback, Derek DeVries. Senior linebacker, also the running back, senior Vincent Braden, number 3. a junior defensive lineman, number 4, Branson Saltzgaver. A lot of guys going both ways. A defensive back junior, Talon Thumman. A junior defensive lineman, Bryce Mason. A junior defensive lineman, Xavier Garcia. He also on defensive line, and I don't think I have enough defensive players. But linebacker, a senior, Parker DeVries as well. So lots of guys going both ways. You'd expect this. Last week we gave a count. We had, about 23 dressed?
Yes, we had quite a bit dressed last week.
And we had some injuries. We had sophomore go down. Ty Sheets went down with a cramp, but also favoring a shoulder. We also saw a lot of what we hope is bumps and bruises. Nothing overly major. Hopefully both teams came out. But Riverton's heading towards field. We got about 11 minutes and 30 seconds until we will be ready for the kickoff. We will be back here on KTAK. Thank you to Sutherland's for starting lineup, and we'll be right back with the Hampton Inn pregame show.
In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
Cade and Nick, too.
And welcome back to KTAK. We got a couple that we missed. Ty Sheets, a defensive back junior, and we got Nick McIntosh, a junior as well. He's going to be starting on the defense at strong safety. So we are going to be ready here. The national anthem should be upcoming, and that will be courtesy of the Cody Marching Broncs. And they got some Phillies in there, too, so I don't know what they call them, the Marching Broncs and Phillies or I don't know.
The Marching Horses.
We will be right back here on the Hampton Inn pregame show to wrap it all up here on KTAK.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help. In Lander and Riverton.
And welcome back to the Hampton Inn pregame show and the Sutherland starting lineup. Your captains for your Wolverines tonight are the seniors, senior Vincent Braden, Ty Sheets, and Derek DeVries, both juniors, and another senior, Dominic Payne. For the home team, for the Cody Broncs, Luke Talich, their all-stud quarterback. Number 27, Remy Broussard. Number 52, we've got multiple pages. They're much deeper. Graydon Arnold. And number 54, that's Dean Werbelow. He's all-purpose freshman, center, defensive tackle, and nose guard. So we're going to hang out here. It's a tall task.
It is.
But this, on paper, 90 times out of 100, like Herb Brooks said in The Miracle on Ice, they might beat you 9 out of 10 times. But this is why we play the game. This is what all these summer workouts were about, was getting to this point to play the very best in the state of Wyoming.
Yes, and the Wolverines coaches know that this task is an uphill task. They've been focusing really hard. I even talked to them 2 weeks ago before they even played PAL, and they were mentioning certain names like Graydon, the number 52, the running back. He has some potential, and I know that they're watching all these tall tales of miracles on ice and big wins of teams over teams that should have won, and they're using that as a lot of momentum for this game. So we'll see if any of that sticks to the Wolverines. We'll see how they come out fighting here. Looks like everyone's healthy from the injuries that we talked about last week. And it looks like Riverton's going to receive, I believe.
It may be indeed. We didn't catch the coin toss there.
Cody is receiving.
Cody's receiving, so
on the
that will mean they're going to go right to left on your radio dial. We're getting right ready. I do believe, if we can get them on camera, Sean, for the band here, the marchers from Cody. They've got an interesting setup, at least for me, in the fact that they're on some bleachers with chairs and whatnot, and they're facing the crowd. So we're going to take a moment here for the not the starting lineup, excuse me, for the national anthem brought to you by the Cody High School Marching Band. Okay, I thought we were going to take a break for the national anthem, but they've kind of seemingly paused, so we're going to take a commercial break with them here, and we'll be right back on KTAK.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
And now we are ready here on KTAK in the Hampton Inn pregame show for our national anthem. Thank you to the Cody High School Marching Band. Now we do want to give a good shout out to the coaching staff. Your Wolverines are led by Coach Troy Anderson. He is assisted by Coach Gantenbein, Coach Lynn, Coach Matisse, Coach Nyberg, Coach Sewell, Coach Vincent, Coach Watson, and Coach Yeats. Trainers and managers are Nolan, Jevney, and Morton. For Cody High School, let's see if I got the coaches. I do. Bat McFadden is the head coach. That's all they gave us. And the officials tonight are brought to us from the Worland Officials Association. We'll be right back with the kickoff here on KTAK.
Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life, setting goals, teamwork, and hard work Make young athletes into good citizens.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
And welcome back to the Hampton Inn pregame show. And we're going to start getting set up here on the screen for you. We got a few new things for the regular part of the game here. So let's go ahead. For those who watched last week, we no longer have the scoreboard camera. We kind of got away from that and went a little bit more traditional, I guess. And we're going to have the score in the quarter up. I'll be giving you the time. I've been asked to give it a little more often, so I'm going to do that. And hopefully next week we can get it where it's a little bit smaller. It's taking up a lot of room. Hopefully we can just go straight across. We'll get our graphics guys. They're great as always. We'll get them on it. And it looks like we are about ready for kickoff.
Seems like it's neon night here as well. And Cody, if you are anywhere near Cody, you can probably see it from outside the stadium.
It's either that or it's safety vest night.
It seems to be. If you can see all the Navy. And you also saw it in the band as well. They were all wearing construction clothes. So it is neon construction night, it seems like.
So Hunter Salzgaber is going to be doing the kicking duties for your Riverton Wolverines. And back deep is Remy Broussard, the 6'3", 195 senior for Cody, as well as number 1 Matt Nelson, the 5'11", 160. That's something very unique, Sean, about Cody is they got a ton of guys 6'3" and taller.
Oh, yeah, they look like a big team. You can see it from out here. It's pretty much all, it looks like 5'11" and higher on the sidelines here.
And we are whistled into play, and Hunter approaches, and here is the kick. It's high and long. He's going to field it about at Broussard fields it at about the 1. He's at the 20, gets a block, breaks a tackle, and he's all the way out to about the 27-yard line where the Broncs will scrimmage at 1st and 10 with 11:52 to go in the first quarter. First drive going to be very important, isn't it, Sean?
Yes, this is going to be where they decide what type of offense and defense they're going to actually instill against this Cody team. If this Cody team gets off to a hot start, kind of like Powell did a little bit last week, the Riverton defense is going to have to adjust quickly, something they didn't really do last week. So let's see if some practice paid off.
Well, in a difference in a week, hopefully our Wolverines can grab the momentum here. I'll settle for 3. I'll settle for just a stop with no points, but hopefully maybe a 3-and-out or even a turnover. So Luke Talich is in the gun. He's got 1 protecting back, 1 wide receiver down left, and 1 way up towards the line in the slot. Man goes in motion, and it's going to be a pitch to number 1, Matt Nelson. He's got the corner, and he's going to break a tackle. He's at the 50, and he's going to stumble over his own 2 feet. And, Sean, that may have been the only thing stopping him from getting 6.
Yeah, I honestly thought that he was outside of the sidelines.
Okay, no huddle. No huddle. I'm used to this, actually. Luke Talich in the gun, man in motion. He's going to do the inside pitch to Nelson again, and Nelson's going to get all the way down to the 37 of Riverton, close to another first down, about a yard short, and they are wasting no time coming up again in the shotgun. Talich with 1 protecting back, 2 wide, 1 up top, 1 down low. This time he's going to look to throw, short pass to the 30, and it's going to drive down to about the 27, 26-yard line of the Wolverines for another first down for the Broncs.
This has been all pace, and it's all in favor of Cody.
No huddle still yet again. That is going to be what they do. Same formation with one protecting back to his right. Tausch looks, pump fakes. Now he's going on a fade to the end zone. He's got a man, and he misses him long by about 3 yards.
And that would have been demoralizing for Riverton right there, and it's kind of lucky that he overthrew him just a little bit because he was wide open on number 11, Nick McIntosh.
Still out of the shotgun, not leaving this formation. They are leaving this formation slightly. Only one down low. Looks to be a 2 tight end set. Snap, handoff is given. The quarterback, Luke Talich, throws a nice block, and number 27 is just driving over Wolverines all the way down to the 14. That was Remy Broussard on the carry there.
And they've already shown that they have 2 different running backs that can easily do this.
No huddle. Talich gets a man in motion. It's Nelson. He's going to hand off to the protecting back. That would be Jackson Schroeder, and he's going to drive his legs all the way down to right at the 10. So it'll be first down. They might be able to get another first down by about an inch, maybe. Nope. They're going to say it's first and goal right at the 10. So 3 wide for Talich. He's going to pitch it again. He's going wide left at the 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, touchdown.
Wow.
That touchdown, Jackson Schroeder.
And that was extremely quick, and that was, like I said, pretty demoralizing for this Riverton defense. Right off the bat, only 10-16. So that's 2 minutes taken off, and it was all Cody, all nonstop right there.
A lot of running, a lot of no huddle, and this could be a bad omen. Looking to kick is going to be, one of those running backs. We saw Matt Nelson. He's going to be kicking the extra point try. It is up, and it is good.
And that will make it 7-0 real quick. And now I think the Riverton offense is going to have to match this pace if they want to do anything close to score on the same level as this Cody team right now.
So 10-16 left to go in the first quarter. Didn't take long. Cody Bronx 7, Riverton Wolverines 0. We'll be right back with the kickoff here on KTAK.
My name is Sarah Lowe, and I have been in law enforcement in Fremont County for 13 years. I didn't know much about therapy in general until I got injured in October of 20 chasing a cow. So I had to get shoulder surgery. And after my surgery with Fremont Orthopedics, I went to Fremont Therapy. And they were really excited to see you. So it was a really warm, welcoming experience. We tried all sorts of different methods to increase and make sure I had the best mobility for my job. Rachel's a firecracker. She's just a little spitfire. It was fantastic, a great environment to go and have your therapy.
And welcome back once again with 10-16, only a minute and 44 seconds into the game, and it is 7-0 defending state champions Cody as they tee it up. Matt Nelson, one of their stud running backs who ran just right down the throat of the Wolverines, is going to tee it up at the 40. Back is number 22 and I think number 2. It looks like Ty Sheets and Dominic Payne are back deep.
That was the group from last week as well.
Kickoff is high, and it's going to be fielded by Sheets, I do believe. He's at the 10. He breaks a tackle. He's at the 20. He's got some room, and he gets all the way out for a nice return to the 22.
And that is somewhat what they needed to get going. If they had gotten stopped inside the 10 where he originally got touched, that could have been a little a worse way to start. But they're happy to be starting off on the 22 right now. And it actually looks like the 19.
Okay, at the 19, they're going to back him up a little bit and spot him right at that 19, right close to the 20. We'll call it 1st and 10. They got to reach the 30.5. Derek DeVries, all sports, everything guy. Basketball, baseball for the Raiders, and quarterback here for the Wolverines is going to go under center in the offset eye. He hands it off, and it is eaten alive by the Bronx.
That was Dominic Payne. He just got met in the backfield right as he got the ball. That is nothing you ever want to see as an offensive coordinator.
Something that we talked about all week in passing when we were talking about this game was the play of the offensive line. You know, it's a high school team, so you don't want to be overly critical, but they have got to do better as the season goes on. They were pretty much manhandled against Powell, and they're struggling here tonight too. But that's to be expected. Defending state champs in an out-of-region game. Derek, if he'd snapped it there, would have gotten the flag. He does anyway. Good use of the snap count on 2nd and 13. He draws offside, so that'll turn around that loss and make it 2nd and second down, 8 to go for the first down. So fortuitous use of the snap count there, Sean.
That is something they need to maybe use a little bit more and more if they can. If they can try and draw these Cody Bronx offsides or get a false start or encroachment, anything like that, anything to the benefit, you're going to need to utilize everything to get a win over this team.
DeVries coming out, late substitution as number 11 came in for 22. Dominic Payne going out, Nick McIntosh coming in. Doesn't know where he's supposed to be, goes in the slot. Shotgun for DeVries. He's got 3 wide, 2 down low, 1 up top. He's going to fake the handoff, and he's going to take off. He's at the 27, and almost a late hit. He may want to look at Mr. Official and go, hey, look, I was sliding, and I don't know what the high school rule is here. Of course, Kenny Pickett from Pittsburgh.
Fake slide.
You can't fake slide anymore, at least feet first.
Right.
You can't do that. So Pickett got that. Now he is playing in the pros. I forget where, but nice
Steelers.
little pickup to make third down manageable, as it'll be 3rd and 3 after the 5-yard pickup by Derek.
And he actually was bum rushed there by 56 on the defensive line. He almost got to him, but Derek slipped away the side.
Shotgun, 2 up top, 1 down low, 1 protecting back. Ty Sheets goes in motion, fakes it to him. Derek DeVries is going to keep, and he is going to gain absolute nothing. In fact, he will lose a yard. Plays like that, taking a long time, this offensive line against the state championship team, even though they're playing well, you can't have long, drawn-out plays. You got to quickly get to it. So Derek will be lining up in the punt formation on now fourth down and 3.5, about 3.5, 7:55 to go in the first quarter, and trailing by 7.
And Derek is going over to the sideline. He's calling Dominic Payne up to the line.
This is the second time we've seen Dominic Payne, first time going out, when Nick McIntosh be involved in a kind of a substitution blunder, a mental error. Matt Nelson is back, and Derek gets off the punt. It's end over end. It's going to hit at the 30, and it's going to roll down to it's going to go out of bounds at the 11-yard line. So Derek has kept up his end over end punts for long distances. This one, scrimmaging from the 27, will be down at the 11 with 7:26 to go. Cody up top on your Wolverines, 7-0. We'll be right back with more action here on KTAK.
Gourmet pizza in a flash. Papa Murphy's on North Federal in Riverton makes your pizza to order. Order online at papamurphys.com or in store. Delicious, fresh-made pizza just the way you want it. Papa Murphy's is a proud supporter of local student athletes.
And welcome back to KTAK's coverage. I'd like to thank Buckle Up for Life at the Wyoming DOT. Remember to fasten those seatbelts, folks, so you will survive. Out of the shotgun is Luke Talich. He has a man go in motion almost every play. They hand it, and it's right up the middle to that bruising halfback, who's going to get exactly almost 10 yards, and he will get the first down. We're trying to lay a number on that. That looked like it was Grayson Boudry. First time we've called his name tonight, and quickly in the no huddle, up is Cody. Cody in the gun, 2 wide up top, 1 down low in a slot type position. They throw it out to the flat, and he's at the 35-37, and another first down. This one going to number 1, Matt Nelson. Quickly, Talich is bringing him to the line as we go under 7 minutes playing the first quarter. Cody up by 7.
That was just a quick read, and he knew what he was doing.
Talich in the gun. He's going to keep it this time. He's going to go straight up the middle, and look at how strong he is. That's why teams like the Oregon State Beavers are interested in him, as he gains 13 and gets it all the way to the 49-yard line of Riverton. Quickly going down, started this drive on the 11. Out of the pistol formation is Talich. He's going to look. He's going to look deep, too. Throws over the middle. Caught by number 25, who is off to the races and down to the 30. That was Wilkins Radakovich. He made it all the way to the 29. Quickly up to the line. This time substituting, though, so they would give Riverton a chance. Riverton not substituting, though. Again, out of the pistol, Luke Talich. He's going to take the snap, and he's going to hand off to number 4, that being Grayson Boudry, and he's going to gain right at about 5 to the Riverton 29.
I know we don't have much time here, but number 55 for the Wolverines got blown up by the running back.
Stack receivers, they're going to set up a little screen to the outside of number 16. He's going to run right over the safety to the 20 and then go out about the 18. Not the best angle here. I didn't get a number. That was number 16. Jacob Ball. They are using all sorts of players here. Again, Talich out of the gun for the Cody Bronx. He's got Grayson Boudry in the back behind him. It's not out of the gun, out of the pistol with Boudry behind him. 2 down low stacked and 1 up top. They're going right to left on the radio dial. Talich out of the pistol. He's going to look to throw, and he's going to hit number 25 at about the 5-yard line. That's Wilkins Radakovich.
And another first down. They are just racking them up right now. And it's hard to stop this team.
Out of the pistol with same formation. They're going to hand it off to 26. He goes in untouched for the touchdown. That was handoff by Talich to Jackson Schroeder. And quickly, with 5:37 still left in the first quarter, it is Cody 13, Riverton 0.
That took them just under 2 minutes, just like the first drive. They are employing the no huddle to their benefit, and Riverton doesn't know what to do to even get close to stopping them.
Trey Thomason is going to do the kick this time. Snaps a little high, but they get it down. It's up and good. So after just about 10 minutes, 9.5 minutes, a little bit less than that, it is quickly Cody 14, Riverton 0. On an 89-yard drive, capped off by an 8-yard run. We'll be right back on KTAK.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
And we're back here on KTAK. I just corrected appropriately. There's 12-minute quarters, so that makes it even sound worse. In under 7 minutes, they've scored twice. You were mentioning how long these touchdown drives were?
So the first touchdown drive was 1 minute and 45 seconds pretty much, and the second drive there was just about 1 minute and 50 seconds. So
1 minute and 50 seconds, the high school team went 89 yards.
And they did it mainly through the ground.
Through the ground, mixing some short passes. Something tells me with Oregon State, Wyoming interested in this young man, Luke Talich, that we are going to see the arm at some point unless they're hiding it for later in the season. Matt Nelson tees it up. Again, Dominic Payne and Ty Sheets back deep. He's going to kick it from the 40. It's going to be high, and Dominic Payne's going to field it around the 8. He's at the 10, 15. He's going left and right, but he's not going forward, and he's going to be gang tackled at right around the 20-yard line. I think they're going to spot it at about the 19. Nope, they're going to give him the 20. So it'll be
similar to last time.
And 10 for the Riverton Wolverines. They have, put first things first. They need a first down, but they got to get positive yards on first down. They got bailed out second down by a 5-yard penalty where they were able to get to third and manageable at 3rd and 3.
And they really like Derek DeVries's dual threat ability, and they need to utilize that a little bit more with the arm because his legs was the only thing that got any yardage.
From the gun with 1 protecting back, 2 down low, 1 up top. Riverton going left to right on your radio dial. They're going to hand it off to Dominic Payne just like they did last first down, and he loses 1.5 yards. It's going to be at about the 18.5-yard line. So 2nd and 11. We could call it 11.5. We could call it 12, but it is another first down that fails to gain positive yardage.
And now if they're trying to do the same thing they did last time and get a false start, maybe it helps. But right now they need to rely on their skill more than the referees.
For a 2nd, and we're going to call it 11. Out of the gun, same formation, 2 down low. Ty Sheets is back there to protect Derek. The snap. Derek's going to look to throw. We've got an early flag, and he's going to go down. He's going to be sacked, Sean, right around the 6.
Wow, that'd be a 7-yard. No, that'd be almost a 10-yard sack right there. Let's see what this laundry on the field is about, though. He could be getting bailed out.
All right, so it could be in the vicinity of holding, and who would blame him for holding that rush up? So we're going to see here what the flag is. Nobody's moving quite yet, so it may be on the offense, and they're just going to take the down.
I would, too, if I was Cody.
Oh, yeah, I absolutely would, too. It looks like we're just going to keep it where it is. I'm still waiting to see what they're going to signal. They're talking it over, and we still don't have a call. If it stands right now, it will be about, where are they spotting the ball? Right at the...
He's waving the flag around.
They waved the flag off, so it's going to be spotted at the 9. So it's going to be about 3rd and a country mile at 21 yards.
the defense of this Cody Bronx team is just pushing around the offensive line.
I don't know a whole lot of high schools that have a 21-yard play here, but we've got a whistle, and they're going to stop play. I can't tell for what. Oh, they had the wrong down on the marker on the far side of the field. So out from under center, offset I. DeVries hands off to Payne, and he's going to get nothing, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, he's going to lose about 1.5 yards. So so far, Riverton at some positive yards in the first drive, second drive all negative, and probably enough to drive them into the negative for the game so far. So DeVries now has the unenviable task of punting from the back of his end zone. He's going to set up. The ball is spotted on the 8.5. So Dominic only lost about half a yard. Matt Nelson standing at the Riverton 45. DeVries gets it off, and it's going to hit around the 45.
Oh, he touched it.
Misplayed. Go for the ball. Oh, horrible error by number 3, Braden Vincent, the senior. Matt Nelson had touched the ball. He was coming on it, and instead of diving on the ball, he wasn't paying attention, and he tried to tackle Nelson when it was a live ball. So fortuitous for Cody, unfortunate for Riverton, as it will be 1st and 10 at the 50. One thing I don't get so far that we've seen, a lot of these teams are letting punts bounce when they could run under them and make them 25-yard kicks and have great field position. Goes to show you even the state champions are doing that too, or defending state champions. But out of the gun, one protector, 2 upbacks actually, and he's going to hand it off, and boy, he runs physical, and he's going to gain right at about 9.5. That was Talich handing off to Grady McCartan, and I feel like I'm going to need a 10 sheets to list all the players they're handing off to. Quickly again out of the gun. From the 41, Talich gets snapped. He's going to keep it, and he's going to run up the middle.
Wow.
And he is untouched, and he is gone. 20-0 with 3:14 in the first quarter. Cody Bronx.
2 plays. That's even shorter than their last 2 series that ended in touchdowns. And Riverton has no answer for this quarterback.
No, and it's even worse on the I don't mean to harp on him. He gave great effort, but that ball, it's funny too, because Matt Nelson for Cody didn't even look like he was concerned about going up to grab it. He's like, okay, well, I touched it, who cares? And it was kind of interesting. Extra point is up, and it is, I do believe, good. They're taking a while. It is good. So
3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
3:14 to go in the first quarter. It is all Cody Bronx as they lead our Riverton Wolverines 21-0. We'll be right back with the kickoff here on KTAK.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
And we're back here on KTAK. The defending state champs kind of doing what on paper it said they would do. 21-0. We've got 3:14 to go. We do have a score for you from Green River, another Fremont score. Green River 8, Lander 7. So Green River obviously went for 2 or kicked 2 field goals and got a safety. They're still in the first quarter. If you're wondering why they didn't start, you can catch that on KFCW that game. The Lander Valley Tigers had a little bit of a mechanical issue with the bus, and it broke down, so they're running behind. You can catch that action on our YouTube page, but also on KFCW. And we've got Thermopolis going right now on KDNO. So they should be getting close to wrapping up. They started at 6 o'clock, and I don't think I have a score from them yet. I may, though, so hold on, let me look. Teeing it up is Matt Nelson. And I do not have a score on that. He's going to kick it a little short. Dominic Payne's going to run underneath, get it at the 8, actually. He dodges some guys. He's up around the 20, and he's going to gain about the 21-22.
And so far, that's been about where they start every single drive, and they haven't been able to move past the 27-yard line. So they really need to do something here, do something a little different. We were talking about it during the break. The only way that Derek DeVries has any time to recognize a play or even look for one of his teammates is if he's in the shotgun. But with that comes some forced errors that have happened in the past. You don't want to overthrow, you don't want to overhike him, throw it into the end zone, and then you have a safety. Let's see what happens here in the shotgun.
DeVries in the gun, 4 wide, 1 protecting back. Huge guy there in the middle. I'm trying to get Ty Sheets goes in motion and gets the handoff. He's trying to reach the corner. A block just whiffed by Dominic Payne, but Ty Sheets gets out and gets hammered at about the 32. But that is the best first down. That's the best play of the game for Riverton. Ty Sheets gaining right at. They're going to give him the first down. So Riverton finally starting to get a little momentum.
And you know, they use the motion there like Cody's been doing on every single play so far. Use what's working for them against them. For all you know, they could use it as well as you can.
And that was all Ty Sheets as the wide receiver in the slot completely missed his block. So Ty Sheets doing what he can. DeVries in the gun with 1 protector, 2 up top, 2 down low at the wide receivers. He's going to take and look to throw. Blitz on the way. He gets it off to Ty Sheets, who's at the 35, breaks the tackle and gets up around the 39. That could have been a horse collar, but they won't throw it. Probably just got the arm.
And that was a nice throw by him. He kind of underthrew him just a little bit, but with the defense that was breathing down his neck and Ty Sheets, better to underthrow him where he can only get the ball than maybe a little bit overthrow where the defense can play on it.
So we've got a personal foul. They are going to call the horse collar.
Wow.
I saw it. I just didn't see the flag. So that's going to be the second first down
They need to fix his
of the
mic.
game and on the drive. Little feedback on their mic. But how many high schools do you know, guys that have mics? The refs have mics.
I don't know.
It's rare, at least where I come from. That's going to move the ball all the way into Cody territory, scrimmaging at the 46. DeVries in the gun. Same formation, 2 up, 2 down, and 1 protecting back. Ty Sheets goes on the motion, and DeVries fakes it and keeps, and he's going to gain right at about 3.5 to 4. They're going to spot him. It's weird because the two guys are completely disagreeing. The guy in the front is going to win, who had him at 2 yards. The guy far side ref had him at 4. So it's going to be 2nd and 8 from the 44 of the Bronx. Coming out of the huddle with 1:50 to go in the first quarter. DeVries is going to line up in the gun. Dominic Payne back to protect him. 2 up top and 2 down low in the wide receivers. It's handed to Dominic Payne, who almost trips over his own player and lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. And oddly, they are not going to give him forward progress, Sean. They're going to say after he was stopped and thrown back a yard that it's going to lose a yard, so it'll be 3rd and 9.
And Dominic Payne has been having a lot of trouble getting around his line so far in this game. Obviously, the Cody defense is really going heavy in the middle, so he's running into his own guys that are being pushed into him. Let's see if they can fix that.
We're at 1:09 in the first quarter and counting. From the gun, same formation, but the protector is on the left of DeVries. DeVries going to take the snap, and he's going to look to his right, throws to nobody.
I think he overthrew Ty Sheets.
He either overthrew Ty Sheets or he was looking to hit Nick McIntosh, but it literally fell right in the middle of them.
Yeah.
And Nick McIntosh had also cut his route off. So I don't know if it was just miscommunication or it was the overthrow. So it's 4th down. I would highly expect them down 21-0 to go here in Cody territory. They are. Same formation, 2 receivers on his left, 2 on his right. Out of the guns, DeVries. Hard snap count, maybe trying to draw some guys offside. Changes the play. Quickly, number 29 comes up on Nick McIntosh. Snap, it's going to be really high. Ty Sheets is going to catch it, but there's an old saying, and I know my wife, Courtney Shields, is sitting at home going, you have to throw for the first down, because that upset her immensely when Jim Donnan was the coach of the Georgia Bulldogs. They needed 9. They threw for 3.
Right? If you get 4 yards, what are you really going back to the sidelines with other than bruised ribs for Ty Sheets right now?
Yes, Ty Sheets, that's the second time he's gotten laid out, and we hope for the best of him. He did have some cramping last week and took a lot of hard hits, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bronx at their 45.
This is going to be really tough for this Riverton Wolverines team that was most of them were just out playing offense. They're going to be gassed.
48.3 seconds left in the first quarter. Talich, is this where he tries to throw the bomb and smell blood in the water? He's going to keep it. Nope, he's going to pitch to, that's a pitch to Luke Talich. I'm sorry, he wasn't at quarterback, and he's in the open. He's at the 30, the 20, the 10, touchdown.
Wow, that was so fast.
That was quick. They had us all fooled up here. Talich didn't line up. He lined up in the slot, went in motion, and gets the pitch. So in the first quarter, and if you're doing math at home, yes, Cody is on path for 100 points.
More than that, 100 and...
Well, let's not. Let's not even think about that. It's 27-0 with 34.4 left in the first quarter. Extra point is up, and I do believe good. It is good.
After he bobbled the snap, too.
34 seconds left in the first quarter. 28-0, Cody, the defending state champions, over our Riverton Wolverines. We'll be right back with yet another kickoff here on KTAK.
Wind River Family and Community Healthcare has clinics located in Arapahoe, Ethity, and Riverton. We provide family medical services along with dental, optometry, behavioral health, physical and occupational therapy, and more. Our in-house lab and pharmacy at all locations make for a one-stop primary healthcare center for your healthcare needs. Wind River Family and Community Healthcare is striving for a stronger, healthier community because Wind River cares. More information can be found at windrivercares.com.
My wife just shot me a text, ladies and gentlemen, and said, yep, that's what I say, throw for the chains if you're going to go for it. We've got another score for you. In Thermopolis, they are playing, I don't know if we actually know that here. We'll get that in just a second. But it is 28-0 Thermopolis, it seems. That's what we got just from Jordan McCamey, who, by the way, just a shout out to him, if you hadn't heard, he was the Wyoming Association of Broadcasters Sports Broadcaster of the Year. So congratulations to him. Excuse me, Thermopolis is down 28-0 to Tongue River.
That's a tough squad from everything I've been doing my research on them. They are going to be tough to beat defensively.
Matt Nelson kicks to Ty Sheets, who takes it at the 2. He's at the 10, at the 15, trying to get even further, but he's going to be swallowed up around the 17. There's 28.1 seconds left in the first quarter. This has been, unfortunately, what research and paper said it would be. All Cody. We got a chance to talk to one of the assistant coaches before the game. He said, we returned 6 All-State guys, 23 seniors. This is a team dedicated every game out to go undefeated and win another state championship. And if this is any sign, good luck, 3A.
Right, and their size is really the biggest differential right now for this team. They're bigger than everyone else on the Riverton team.
DeVries is going out of the gun. His protector, Braden Vincent, in the backfield to his right. 2 up and 1 up top. Ty Sheets is going to go in motion. Snap is kind of goes to DeVries, and he's going to keep it. He's going to gain right about the 24. So a nice positive gain there as he will cut it down to about second and about 6.5 as we're going under 10 seconds. Riverton in no hurry, not a no-huddle style team, so I have a feeling we will be going to the end of the first quarter down 28-0, and that is exactly what we'll do. We're live here on KTAK from Cody, Wyoming at the beautiful Cody High School. Cody Bronx up on our Riverton Wolverines 28-0 after the first quarter. We'll be back with second quarter action here on KTAK.
Back when I was riding in rodeos, I always made sure I was locked in, good and tight. Now as a touring musician, crisscrossing the country, I still make sure I'm locked in, good and tight. Of course I do. Buckle up for life, Wyoming.
JR.
All right, we're back here on KTAK. Sean is all giddy because his Kansas Jayhawks, even though he went to K-State.
Oh, I'm just a fan of watching bad football.
Is all excited because they are whipping Tennessee Tech. So
what can
hats
I say?
off to him.
It's hard to watch that football team and even root for him, but right now it's the only time you can.
Beginning of the second quarter from the gun, scrimmaging at the 23, 2nd and 5. DeVries with one protector, 2 up top and 1 down low. He's going to look to throw over the middle and is complete. And lit up is Mr. Cade Gabrielson. No, excuse me, not Cade Gabrielson. That's Branson Saltzgaver there, the junior. He probably should have gone down when they had him wrapped up because that just teed him up. But now a manageable, only the second manageable third down of this game so far. 3rd and 2, call it 2.5 actually because it's a long 2 for the Wolverines. They really need a first down here at the 11:27 minute of the half.
Badly need this first down.
Out of the gun. He's protected by Ty Sheets. Off to his left is DeVries. Takes it. He's going to look to throw. He now has to scrimmage, and he's looking for the corner. He's not going to get there, and he's going to lose a lot of yardage on the sack. I would call it 1 number, but 4 guys got him. So it's going to be 4th and about 6 or 7, I do believe, as they go to spot it. And DeVries will probably line up in his punt formation.
What really stinks about this is these players that are actually getting positive yardage, they're getting lit up for 2 or 3 yards. Not saying that they need to go big every time, but maybe surprise the Broncs on your next offensive possession. Just see what you can get out of them.
Head referee official is talking to DeVries. I do wonder if he's got some blood or if they're doing a little bit of a concussion check because, nope, they're going to say he's okay.
He's taking a couple hits.
He's taking a couple hits. So is every Wolverine,
yes.
Especially the skill position guys in the line. In 4th and 5 from the 23. Snap is to DeVries. Punt is going to go
blocked.
end over end, and this could be caught on the fly. It is by Matt Nelson. He crosses the 50, the 45, the 40, 35 to the 30. Great return for Matt Nelson. Everything they seemingly do right now outside of that mishandled punt last time by Nelson seemingly is turning to gold. So 10:28 to go in the half. 28-0 Cody over Riverton. We'll be right back on KTAK.
You need an oil change, but you don't have a lot of time. Expressway Lubes on South Federal in Riverton and Highway 789 in Lander provide a fast, professional lube oil and filter change. Expressway Lubes, locally owned and proud to support our local student athletes.
And we're back here. Out of the gun is Talich. Talich is going to look to his right and overthrow. It might have been tipped. So it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 31-yard line. A couple of scores from around Fremont County at the end of the first quarter, 8-7. Green River. They're playing at Green River. And Tongue River in the second half, 35-0 over Thermopolis. Going from the gun. Talich, which he's gone from the gun almost every play. 18's in motion. Fakes. He's going to look to the left, and he's going to complete it at the 20, down the 19, maybe the 18, and he might have actually sprained his ankle a little bit, or he did twist it. So that will be a first down for the Cody Broncs.
And he's going to go
from
right
the gun.
back at
He's
him.
going to go right back to the left. Number 25 is going to drag some Riverton guys with him all the way to the 10-yard line. So that's going to be maybe close to a first down. It's 1st and 10, or it's going to be 2nd and a few. But Talich bringing it out. It's going to be 2nd and about 1. Out of the gun, 1 wide to the right. Couple guys go shift from right to left. 1 back with him. Talich is going to look for the fade. He's looking in the corner of the end zone. It's caught, but it's going to be out of bounds. It was what the Cody fans were like, no. He was 2 yards out of bounds when he caught that, Sean.
Yeah, and he was probably going to actually catch that inbounds if it weren't for a little bit of defensive pressure from the cornerback on him there to push him in a little bit further into the corner.
He was looking to hit Radakovich. Talich now in the gun. Fakes the handoff, throws over the middle, and it is caught for the touchdown. So just took him one more play. That completion is to Gabe Chapo, a freshman.
And that was 1, 2, 3, 4 plays. So they're being pretty consistent as far as their offense goes. Their longest drive so far has been their second drive where they were just on the run for 7 plays. That's been their longest drive.
Extra point going to be attempted by Matt Nelson. It is 34-0 with 9:31. Kick is up, and it is good. Boy, those referees sure take their time coming up to signal good or not. I'm just having to kind of predict where it went. So 35-0 with 9:31 left in the first half. We'll be right back with more Riverton football here on KTAK.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the WYO Today app now.
The team and staff at KTAK is really going to love me here, folks, because I'm going to do a contest on the fly.
Let's do it.
At the end of this game, we're going to give you the Papa Murphy's and the Gatorade player of the game. Whoever comes in Tuesday morning, since Monday's Labor Day, before 10 a.m., I'll be at the office and can tell me who the Papa Murphy's and Gatorade player of the game. We're going to give you some Gatorade, we're going to give you a Papa Murphy's pizza, and we're going to give you a KTAK t-shirt. So reminder, keep up with who the player of the games were. Come by our radio station at 603 Pershing Avenue. Tell Kevin Shields who it was, and you'll get the prize pack. Matt Nelson teeing it up for the umpteenth time, it seems, at his own 40. Kick is going to be pretty long towards the end zone. It's going to drive Dominic Payne, so it will be a touchback as it drives him into the end zone. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the, I don't know where they scrimmage in Wyoming. I haven't seen one yet. So
this would be my first time
I'm guessing the 20. Yeah, it's going to be the 20 here. A lot of states have moved that up to kind of discourage, just like college ball, where you can call a fair catch inside the 20 and get it out to the 25. So we're going to keep it here. DeVries comes in. He's got the play from Coach Anderson.
That scoreboard's in your way. I'm sorry, folks. I'm trying to maneuver the camera around to make sure it's not too much in the way.
Yeah, we're going to try and shrink that up a wee bit. Let me see what I can do here on the fly, which I'm sure will just mess everything up.
I was about to say, don't ruin everything.
Yeah, we're not even going to attempt that.
We don't want to repeat of that soccer game we were in.
So 35-0. We do have a problem as far as it being centered, so we're going to try and move that just slightly.
DeVries is under center, like we said earlier.
Under center. With a single back, he's going to hand it off to Dominic Payne, and he's going to try and go wide to the left, and he's just going to gain next to nothing. In fact, they're going to say it was absolutely nothing, not next to nothing. So that play, they've gone to it 3 or 4 times, and it just seemingly can't get off the ground. Too much speed, especially out of that linebacker core of a team with 23 seniors, to do anything about it. So it'll be 2nd and 10, scrimmaging from the 20 with 9 minutes and counting to go in the half. Again, for those listening on the radio, it is 35-0. Remember, you can watch this game on YouTube, on our WYO Today YouTube. You can also check in on Lander Valley, Green River, and Tongue River against Thermopolis as well. And they're going to hand it off, go straight up the middle with Ty Sheets, and he gains absolutely nothing. In fact, he lost a yard. It was number 3, I'm being told. Excuse me, that's Braden Vincent. And it's going to be a loss of a yard, yard and a half. So call it 3rd and 11 from the 19. So this drive has netted so far -1 yards, and it's putting Riverton exactly where it doesn't want to be, behind the chains.
And I understand they want to get some running game going. It's just not happening. The only success they've really had is with Derek DeVries throwing the ball.
From the offset eye, DeVries under center with 1 up and 1 down. He's going to go into the snap. Blitz is on. They're about on top of him. They are going to get him. There's no doubt there, and he is sacked at the 1.
Derek, 19-yard loss.
Derek has got to learn to throw that ball back 18. He's got to learn that. Get out of the tackle box, throw it away. 7:50 to go It's going to be 4th down and 19, ladies and gentlemen, total. Actually, no, it's going to be 4th down and 29.
That was about to say.
It's going to be 4th down and 3 country miles, roughly. So we'll take it to that. Derek DeVries even further back in his end zone punting. He's
cannot, as far back as he can go.
If he takes a step back, it will be a safety if he has the ball in his hands, because he will go out the back of the end zone. So Matt Nelson, seemingly, I do believe, Matt Nelson's back to receive it. Bad snap, bounces, and not a great punt, but he might get a roll. Nope, it's going to roll backwards. Kate Gabrielson's going to down it, and it is going to be down at the 37. So a 34-yard punt, and you couldn't ask for better field position if you're Cody, and they've proven they don't need it.
No, they don't.
So 7:14 left in the half, 35-0. Cody over Riverton. We'll be right back on KTAK.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Natural Health Solutions offers treatments for a variety of conditions, along with nutritional counseling, chiropractic, acupuncture, and more. Treatment plans designed individually to optimize your health. Call for an appointment, 856-8181 today.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places, and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here, given our wide range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL.
I do apologize to Josh Allen. We'll get right back to that commercial and the folks over at Teton Therapy. And we've got a snap by Talich. He's going to hand off to Grady Boudry, and he's going to get hit hard but not go down at first. He's going to gain the 25. So a gain of about 8. So that will set up, oh, wait a second.
Someone's mouthpiece got flown out.
About a gain of 8. They're going to mark him down right at about that. So it's going to be a very long 2 yards, call it 3. So instead of that, they'll give him 7. Boudry with the run. He's a middle linebacker and fullback, so no doubt he can take some punishment here with 7:05 left in the half. Talich is going to go for the gun now. Boudry is on his right as a protector. Nobody out wide until Boudry goes in motion, and we're going to get a flag. That is going to be encroachment on the defense. At the moment Boudry went in motion, 2 guys jumped for Riverton. So that'll be a 5-yard penalty, and will equal a first down. They're going to take no time, not even for the change. 1st and 10 from the 25, actually from the 20, actually. Talich is looking deep into the end zone, and no good. Nice pass break up there by Kate Gabrielson.
And that might be one of the shining bright lights so far of this first half. I know it's just a small stop, but right there, you got to keep doing that if you want to get any sort of momentum going. And Kevin, have you noticed they've used 2 different quarterbacks on the last 2 drives? Last drive was number 7. This drive's number 2.
Luke Talich back in. Well, number 7 just flipped the ball to Talich on a trick play. Talich out of the gun. He's going to keep it, and he is going to be hit for a loss.
Look at
Sack
that.
by Riverton is going to make it 3rd and about 13. So a nice job of staying in position as Talich went to his right, trying to gain an edge, but quickly back up wideouts. Only Boudry back there with him. They're going to send Matt Nelson in motion. Pitch to him. He's got the corner. He's got speed, and he's going to be cut down, I do believe, short. He was cut down by, guess who? Cade Gabrielson.
He's having himself a series right now, and I think they're gonna go for it again.
They are going to go for it. Looks like. I don't know how I feel about that when you're up 35-0. You might want to but you don't want to add the points, but you may want to get your field goal kicker some practice.
Right.
But Talich, he's back there with Boudry. Boudry shifts to his left. No wide receivers. They're doing a hard count. They get it off. Boudry with the ball. He's going to get to the 16. He's going to get to the 11. Boy, it's going to be close. They might need to measure this, and there is going to be a timeout signal by the ref. They're still looking. No signal.
They might bring out the chains.
They are going to bring out the chains, I do believe. We'll see.
Cody.
They're going to say he was short, so goal, not quite a goal line, but a red zone stance by the Wolverines, and they are going to have it 1st and 10 from the 11, and right now we got students looking up as we saw a drink was thrown off the top of this. I think it was just the drink itself, not a bottle or anything. Maybe a teacher having a little fun or someone like that, or a fellow student. Yes, hopefully. So great job by the defense of Riverton to force the turnover on downs. 1st and 10 from the 11, 5:43 in the half. DeVries out of the gun. He's going to fake the pain and try and keep it himself. He does, and he's going to get some positive yardage. He's going to get out to right between the 17 and 18-yard line, so a nice 6.5-yard gain, which will lead to 2nd and a long 3 or 4 with 5:24 and counting in the half.
Can we just go on record and say that last defensive stop by the Wolverines, I know we called Cade's name twice, but the sack, and I'm going to have to go back and watch who made the sack. The sack was a key pivotal moment for this defense. Let's see if that momentum can translate into some offense here.
DeVries in the gun. He's got 4 wideouts, 2 on his left, 2 on his right, 1 protecting back. He's fading back to a pass, and he's going to throw to number 11. That would be Nick McIntosh. I can't believe I forgot his name, but we haven't called it today. And he is going to get the first down at the 20, where are they going to spot it? The 22.5-yard line here. So nice first down throw. He was under pressure, and at first I thought maybe he's just, after getting some coaching, going to throw it away, but he found Nick McIntosh, who was a very big, intricate part of the offense last week. I say intricate part only in 13 points, but he did score the touchdown, the offensive touchdown.
He did.
Ty Sheets, of course, with the pick 6 last week. Again, same formation, protecting back being Dominic Payne. DeVries takes the snap. He's going to look and throw it out to Nick McIntosh, who has it at the 30 and is going to gain about the 31 or 32. If kindly the Cody Bronx on the sideline move out of the way so I could see exactly where it's spotted. Let's go look across the field. They are going to give him the 32, so it's going to be 2nd and 1. Call it now 2nd and 2 as they move it back. So 2nd and 2. 3:52 to go, and this may be the longest drive of the game so far for your young Riverton Wolverines.
Maybe not in yardage. Well, maybe even by yardage
in time.
Time as well, though, yeah.
DeVries in the gun, same formation, except for Dominic's off to his left. He fakes it. He's going to keep it. He doesn't have any blocking, but he's going to make the most of it, and I think he's going to gain that first down. He does.
And that was a smart play by him. I think Dominic could have gotten the first down if he had ran that way, but Derek is really trusting his legs right now, which I like to see his confidence. I think we were talking about his confidence all first quarter. It seems that he's getting a little bit of it back. Sorry.
DeVries at the 37-yard line, 1st and 10 from the Riverton 37-yard line. 35-0 Cody as we go under 3:10 to play in the half. DeVries has got 4 receivers, 2 to his left, 2 to his right, 1 protecting back, Dominic Payne. Out of the gun, DeVries takes it. He's going to look to throw, complete to Nick McIntosh. He's going to go down at the 46 of Cody. So 2nd time now for Riverton, this time more on an offensive drive to get the Cody Bronx territory.
And that was the longest play from scrimmage that the Wolverines have had by far. That was about 16 yards, give or take. And that is by far the biggest play. Let's see if they can build on this. Like we've been saying, momentum's the key word.
2:50 to go in the half and counting. 2:40 now, from the 46. 1st and 10. 2 on his left, 2 on his right, 1 protecting back. DeVries out of the gun, gets the snap, fades back. He's looking deep for Gabrielson, and they're going to throw the flag, and rightfully so. When you see a DB throwing his arms out wide to say, I'm not grabbing him, he's chesting him down there and keeping him from cutting back. So that's going to be pass interference. The old PI coming to the rescue of Riverton there. Nice thought. Gabrielson tried to fight for the ball. He knows if he shows some fight, he's going to get that call, and he did.
And number 18 for Cody was trying to argue. I don't think anyone in their right mind saw anything but defensive pass interference.
Dylan Bross, that's a 5'10 junior for Cody, with the infraction, and that is going to take the ball, automatic first down, of course, and it's going to take it all the way to the Cody 33. 2:26 and counting from the gun, same formation, 2 left, 2 right. Dominic on his right. Ty Sheets in motion. They fake it to him. Jailhouse blitz. Complete to Ty. Ty is at gets to the 25. No, that's 3. Excuse me. I couldn't see it under. That's number 3 would be Braden Vincent. We do apologize to him on that. Braden Vincent, it was a jailhouse blitz, but it was set up that way. You always wonder if the defense is coming through there when they realize that everybody's kind of giving them that.
Yeah, right.
If they go, uh-oh.
There's got to be someone behind me, and there ended up being someone behind him, and he got about 8 yards.
Minute 55, 54 in the half. Dominic Payne is to his left. DeVries out of the gun. 2 on his left, 2 on his right. 2nd and 2.5. DeVries is going to keep it, and he's going to plow forward and plow. He does like a man possessed all the way to the 19 of Cody.
That was a nice fake. Everyone thought that Dominic Payne had the ball, and he just ran straight through the middle.
1st and 10 for Riverton. Offense on track, but right now the clock is also the enemy because they're not known for moving very fast. 90 seconds and counting left in the half here. Dominic Payne's back there with him. DeVries in the gun. 2 up, 2 down. Kate Gabrielson on the left. Could it be a fade? It is. I've called it. Gabrielson goes up for it. Why he didn't reach, I don't know. He didn't reach up for the ball. He did jump. I think he may have been trying to play for the PI there.
Maybe.
Wasn't going to get it. So a minute 12 left in the first half, 35-0. It was. I was thinking that if they complete the fade after I called it, I'm gonna at least feel half decent about it.
It's the opposite of a jinx.
Yes, the opposite of the jinx. But unfortunately, it was incomplete. Little farther thrown than Derek probably wanted to get it out there. DeVries in the gun. Dominic Payne to his left again. Same formation. Kate Gabrielson, watch him. He's fast. He's down to the far left. Snap to DeVries. They're sending 6. He's going to throw it over the middle, and it's going to be complete to Ty Sheets, who's going to have it right at the first down marker, and a timeout is going to be called. I heard a whistle. Who's the timeout on? I'm guessing Riverton. Or they're going to measure it. Nope, it's going to be a timeout, and it's going to be listed as 3rd and 1. Timeout here, 35-0. Cody, the defending state champs, up on our Wolverines, but Riverton driving, trying to hit the scoreboard. We'll be right back with the last minute 4 here on KTAK.
Done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on them whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Riverton Wolverine Athletics. We're here at Cody, Wyoming High School. It is third and 1 from the 11. Minute 4.5. DeVries under center. He's going to keep it on the sneak, and they're going to try and push and push and push. He didn't have to get a lot, so we're going to see where they spot it. It's right at the 10, right over it. So timeout with 55.1 by the officials. They're going to signal 4th down, I do believe. Nope. it's going to be, they are going to keep it at 4th down. Timeout by Riverton. So we'll take it with them once again because we've got to pay some bills here on KTAK.
By gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
First down. And we're back here on KTAK. Quarterback sneak there, kind of wondering why they didn't stick with what they've been running, especially because they're going to go on 4th here anyway. So the first down, it is important, don't get me wrong, but when you're down around this area, time is also a factor right now for them too. DeVries from the gun, he's going to fade way back. He's going to get it to number 22, who's going to go out well short.
Wow.
Well short, ladies and gentlemen. DeVries can say all he wants. He lost yardage going out at the 12. Was number 22,
Dominic.
And Dominic had nowhere to go. They sealed it off. So, unfortunately for the Riverton Wolverines, they march all the way down the field and then turn it over on downs with 49.5 seconds left. I liked what they were trying to set up. The throw was low, though, and with the team speed of Cody, they were able to seal it off, and he lost 2 yards.
Yeah.
First and 10, Cody.
And I think the shotgun formation was a good idea, but they just got in the backfield too fast, and that screen looked sloppy right away.
So they move fast, does Cody. They're out of the gun. Long way to go. Talich is going to pitch it to Nelson. Nelson at the 10. He's at the 20, and he's going to go out of bounds right about the 21-22 with 42.8 seconds left in the half. You know, the way they play, as fast as they play, they're thinking points here.
Oh, for sure. And this wouldn't be the shortest drive they need, or they have. 49 seconds is a long time for these guys. I think Riverton knows that as well, so they're going to try and play some different types of looks on defense right now.
I do believe we had a flag on the play. We did. Holding on Cody. That is going to back him up. Spot foul. That's going to make it first and a country mile from the 5. So it's going to make it about 7 extra yards on that. So first and 17. Talich out of the gun. Man goes in motion. He's going to do an indirect pass to Nelson there, and Nelson's going to gain right about the 15, 16-yard line with 35.2 seconds. We have a timeout on the field by Cody. We'll take it with him. We'll be right back with 35.2 seconds left in the half. Cody leads Riverton 35-0.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe.
And we apologize to Bailey's. We'll get right back to their commercial in a second. We're back live here. Timeout called by Cody. Cody from the gun, going to throw way out to 25 at the 30. He's going to go out right around the 25, it looks like. That was Talich completing a nice out pass to Wilkins Radakovich. Now they're going in a hurry. 29 seconds left from the 36 of Cody. 1st and 10 for them. Talich, he's going to look deep. He's going deep. He's got a man wide open, but he's going to stumble out of bounds.
Wow.
If that pass is 2 inches more inside to
27.
Yeah, Remy Broussard, that's a touchdown. So 22.2 seconds left from the 36 of Riverton. From the pistol is Talich. They're going to get everybody set very quickly is Cody. From the pistol, he's going to look to fade back. A little bit of pressure. He's going to throw a bomb, and it's picked off! Picked off by Riverton.
Wow,
Who
and right
was
at the
it?
end
Let's
zone, too,
lay a
it's Nick
number on that.
McIntosh.
Nick McIntosh with the pick. Great strong arm there by Talich, but Nick McIntosh cutting him off. Nicely done there. You know, some of the Riverton faithful who came up here, and the Cody fans definitely thought it's a given this is going to be 7. But Nick McIntosh able to keep them off the board, so you got to look for those bright spots. Nicely done by Nick McIntosh with 13.7 seconds left. Still down 35-0, but it could have been way worse.
And you know, now you're going into halftime with a little bit of momentum on your shoulders. You're still down 35-0, unless they pull out some magic here. But that is something to go in there with.
All right, from under center, so they're just going to probably do a run play here, see if it busts out, and then take it to half. DeVries is going to go back. He's going to hand it off. It's going to go nowhere. In fact, it's going to lose about 2 to 3 yards. And they are just going to let this time tick off and take it right to half. So, after 2 quarters of play here in Cody, Wyoming, the Cody Broncs, defending and reigning state champions of 3A, 35. Your Riverton Wolverines 0. We'll be right back with the WYO Today halftime show after these messages here on KTAK.
Carry out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today. In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help. in Lander and Riverton.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288. Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
My name is Sarah Lowe, and I have been in law enforcement in Fremont County for 13 years. I didn't know much about therapy in general until I got injured in October of 20 chasing a cow. So I had to get shoulder surgery. And after my surgery with Fremont Orthopedics, I went to Fremont Therapy. And they were really excited to see you. So it was a really warm, welcoming experience. We tried all sorts of different methods to increase and make sure I had the best mobility for my job. Rachel's a firecracker. She's just a little spitfire. It was fantastic, a great environment to go and have your therapy.
Gourmet pizza in a flash. Papa Murphy's on North Federal in Riverton makes your pizza to order. Order online at papamurphys.com or in store. Delicious, fresh-made pizza just the way you want it. Papa Murphy's is a proud supporter of local student athletes.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
Wind River Family and Community Healthcare has clinics located in Arapahoe, Ethity, and Riverton. We provide family medical services along with dental, optometry, behavioral health, physical and occupational therapy, and more. Our in-house lab and pharmacy at all locations make for a one-stop primary healthcare center for your healthcare needs. Wind River Family and Community Healthcare is striving for a stronger, healthier community because Wind River cares. More information can be found at windrivercares.com.
Back when I was riding in rodeos, I always made sure I was locked in, good and tight. Now as a touring musician, crisscrossing the country, I still make sure I'm locked in, good and tight. Of course I do.
Hauling ass, heading south, down the road in a gold Cadillac, coupe bill.
Buckle up for life, Wyoming.
You need an oil change, but you don't have a lot of time. Expressway Lubes on South Federal in Riverton and Highway 789 in Lander provide a fast, professional lube, oil, and filter change. Expressway Lubes, locally owned and proud to support our local student athletes.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the WYO Today app now. Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
And welcome to the WYO Today halftime show. 35-0, all Cody defending state champions, kind of like it was laid out on paper, but some bright spots for our Riverton Wolverines.
Yes, this could very easily be 49-0. Riverton should feel a little bit happy about how they played near the end of that second quarter. They had the long drive that almost ended in a touchdown, but they went for it on fourth down, couldn't get it, turnover on downs. Next thing you know, they have to pick off the quarterback for Cody in order to keep it from being 42-0 at the last second. So there's some bright spots. Right now, I think it's pretty obvious to anyone that's been watching or listening that Derek DeVries is at his best against this very fast, very stout defensive Cody if he's in the shotgun or at least just not under center. If he's under center, he is quickly swallowed up. They're not allowing a run game. Derek DeVries' only option right now seems to be coming from his arm or his legs out of the shotgun. So let's see if Riverton at least acknowledges that that's where their best plays are coming from. See if they maybe push that offense a little bit more heavy into the second half.
Okay, a couple of scores to those who usually are listening to one of our host radio stations. Colorado Rockies went down to the Cincinnati Reds today, 3-2. And in football action, let's get that going here. Let's see what college football has to offer. Michigan State up 28-13 over Western Michigan with 4:13 to go. Eastern Michigan beating Eastern Kentucky. Battle of the Easterns 35-27 with 7:13 to go. Virginia Tech, and again, like several years ago, Old Dominion holding tight in the fourth quarter. 17-13 Hokies with 8:18 to go. Duke all over Temple with 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, up 30-0. Sean's Kansas Jayhawks, even though he went to their arch rival, folks.
I was born and raised a Jayhawk fan.
35-3 with 4:34 to go in the third against Tennessee Tech. Indiana and Illinois, it is 16-10 at the start of the second half. And TCU and the Colorado Buffaloes, I know there's some local interest in Colorado Buffaloes, some alumni here. And in Fremont, it is delayed, I'm guessing, due to lightning in Colorado. So, going on to the more local Fremont County type things, in Hot Springs County, The Cats did, Thermopolis Cats finally did get on the board, but they fell to Tongue River 49-6 in Thermopolis. Lander at the half is leading Green River 28-8, and of course here it is 35-0. Cody Bronx over your Riverton Wolverines. We'll be right back with the second half here on KTAK.
Natural Health Solutions offers treatments for a variety of conditions, along with nutritional counseling, chiropractic, acupuncture, and more. Treatment plans designed individually to optimize your health. Call for an appointment, 856-8181 today.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places, and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here, given our wider range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
There are two ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today. In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
And welcome back to Cody, Wyoming and KTAK. We're going into the third quarter here of a game that has got out of hand pretty quickly. 35-0. Cody over the Riverton Wolverines. The state champions doing exactly what they've wanted to do. Some bright spots, as we said during the halftime show. And to start off this second half, we will have Riverton, who kicked off to begin the game, receiving the kick. Of course, back will be Dominic Payne and Ty Sheets.
That seems to be their favorite backfield duo, both on the kick returning squad and their offense. Dominic's got kind of a hard-nosed running style, while Ty Sheets likes to get outside and use his speed. Let's see who receives the ball here. I like the light in here.
Matt Nelson with, I hate fluorescent light, I can't see my rosters. Matt Nelson puts it down. He's going to kick it deep into the end zone. It's going to be a touchback. It's going to be signaled a touchback. Ty Sheets did indeed catch it and tried to take off, but the referee right there. So it'll be 1st and 10 to start the second half for the Riverton Wolverines. I don't know. I've never been a coach of football, so I have no idea what Coach Anderson and the other coaches could have said at halftime. That's got to be, your prep for next week. This week, probably not going to happen. You've got to be real with them, because if you're talking about a comeback, that's probably not going to happen. You're going to lose the players anyway. So
you always hope for the comeback. They might look at the bright spots, like we said at halftime, Derek's legs, and they're going to start in shotgun, like I said, at half, which is where he's succeeding right now.
Out of the gun, Payne off to his right with 2 up and 2 down receivers. Hands off to Payne. Payne going outside, and once again, he's going to get speared backwards and lose yardage. They have not been able to, no matter if it's Derek running or anybody else, left or right, against this team speed just doesn't work. You want to know how they feel right now? You can go up and ask Cincinnati when they face Alabama in the semifinal, trying to go left and right on the Tide. It's not going to work. It's not going to work here.
Yes, running up the middle seems to be one of the only ways they get through this defense, but right now, Dominic Payne's just not getting any sort of momentum going.
From the gun, Sheets goes in motion. They fake it. DeVries is going to keep it, go up the middle, and he's going to just get right back to the original line of scrimmage. It was 2nd and 11. It will be 3rd and 10 with 11:09 to play in the third quarter. Not the drive that Coach Anderson or the Riverton faithful were hoping for coming out of the half.
Definitely not after that really nice long drive they had to finish off the second quarter, where they were using a lot of run, then pass, then run. Let's see what happens here on 3rd and 10. You're expecting a pass.
From the gun, Dominic is off to his right. DeVries has 2 up and 2 to his right and 2 to his left. DeVries looking to throw to Ty Sheets. They were throwing it for 2 yards. He was not anywhere near the first down. He wasn't going to get it, but it's incomplete anyway. So I can hear my wife going, "Throw for the chains!"
Yeah, he was completely covered, too. Even if he had grabbed that ball, he wasn't going anywhere north-south. He was going to go right down to the ground.
So DeVries will back up. Riverton using only 1 personal protector on the punts, that being Dominic Payne. They do have 2 gunners, 1 out left, 1 out right, with 10:37 to play in the half. Cody, returner, is at the 50, and it's going to be end over end. It's going to hit at the Riverton 45. It's going to bounce all the way to the 45 and down to about the 43, maybe make the 42. It does make the 42 of Cody. So 10 26 left after 3 and out. Oh, we've got some officials whistling something.
Some laundry.
We've got some laundry on the field, and this is why I hate fluorescent light, Sean, is because I'm looking at myself and having to stare through to try and find players.
Well, they do have mics, so we're going to hear here in a second what's going on.
So they're discussing it. I don't know who it'll be against. It looks like it's going to go against Cody. Trying to get, and it's like they don't want us to see it. Number 8 complaining that he didn't do it or they didn't do it. It's going to be a personal foul. He turns his mic on now. Just a personal foul on the return team, 15 yards. So that is going to back them up all the way to about their own 26, 27, 20, we'll call it the 27 here. So Cody will have first down from the 27 with 10:26 to go. We'll take this break with them and be right. No, we won't. They're coming right onto the field.
This team runs
Sean
fast.
to kind of scoot a little bit because now I can actually see some.
This team moves fast. They want to go no huddle. They want to get out as soon as they can, and they just want to get this game over with and move on to the next week.
All right, so Talich still in the game at quarterback. Again, he has offers from Wyoming. And Luke Talich, Cody Beers texting in on the game, said he's definitely going to be a Wyoming Cowboy. We are told that he's going to wait quite a bit of time
Oregon State
to
Beavers
decide
too.
where he wants to go. Talich out of the gun. He's going to pitch it off to Nelson. Nelson's at the 30. He's at the 35, the 40, the 45, the 50, 50, and he's gone. I almost said the 55. Touchdown. Oh, he just got himself a 73-yard touchdown, did Matt Nelson. One play is all it took.
Almost untouched for the entire drive there, too. That was just insane that no Riverton Wolverine was able to even get close to him. And once he turned on those afterburners, he was gone.
41-0, 42 if the PAT is complete here with 10-12. So again, much like we said with the first score of the game,
14 seconds.
A 14-second drive, but they score again in less than 2 minutes. Kick is up and it is good. So 42-0. All defending state champion Cody Beers. No. Cody Bronx. 10-12 left in the third quarter. We'll be right back with more Riverton football here on KTAK.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
All right, we are back here. Cody Bronx here on KTAK. The Cody Bronx all over the Riverton Wolverines. 14-second drive. Matt Nelson took a pitch and went 73 yards all the way to pay dirt.
There's just no stopping this team when they get out in open
77
field.
yards. Ball is down. We got a new kicker in Trey Thomason. Actually, no, he's been kicking. Ty Sheets is going to take it. Oh! And he's going to get lit up. Unfortunately, the past 2 weeks, we've seen him get lit up time and time again. He's only going to get to about the 14-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 10 deep in Riverton territory again. And this is where they really have not shined through the first 2 games, is when they're pinned back. Usually we're a 3-and-out squad and looking at Derek DeVries punting from the back of the end zone.
Well, let's not jinx him here. If Derek DeVries can get anything going from the shotgun like he did in that second-to-last drive in the second quarter, I mean, they did travel all the way down the field. It took about 60, 70 yards, but they can do a little bit with a lot here. Or a lot with a little bit, I should
out
say.
of the gun, 3 wide, 2 to his left, 2 to his right, 1 protecting back, tight end in the formation. DeVries takes it. He's going to hand it off, and they're again going to try and take Dominic Payne, I do believe, to the far left, and he's going to get stopped. You cannot go right to left on this team, and Cody has shown that and shut it down. So it'll be 2nd and 10 after no gain.
And there's nothing against Dominic Payne here, but if that's the way that he wants to run, and he did have a little bit of success last week against Powell, obviously in a losing effort, but if he wants to have that kind of success, he's either got to have the speed to get around the outside, or he's got to lower his head and get through that first defender if he wants to get anything.
Yes, he does. Out of the gun. Now 3 receivers, 2 on his right, 2 on his left. DeVries surveys the situation, takes the snap. He's got one protector. Blitz on the way, and he threw a pick. Touchdown. Or a fumble. One way or the other, they took the ball away. Cody has it. Can't really tell through the glare in the glass, but it was taken either right away from him or it was just, it wasn't good, ladies and gentlemen.
So what happened was the left lineman for Cody came right around, was completely untouched, and tried to basically sack him into the end zone. Derek tried to throw it, and it looked like it just went right in the hands of the player right in front of him, which I believe was number 57 for Cody.
57 for Cody, if that is indeed who did it, would be Reineck Arthod. He's a tackle, defensive end, defensive tackle junior, 6'0", 200 in the game. And number 1, Matt Nelson. Of course, he doesn't do the field goal kicking. Doesn't do the kickoffs, but does seemingly do the field goal kicking. He is up and good.
Mind you, that was 56, not 57, sorry.
So, okay, then we got the wrong guy. 9:17 to go in the third quarter. It is 49-0, all Cody. So we will be right back here for more Riverton football action here on KTAK.
People make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing
56.
We'll be right back to that commercial break. We're sorry for Gotchi. And it's 49-0 in the third quarter. We're 2 scores in less than 3 minutes by Cody.
Yes, and that defensive one is going to sting this offense a lot because they have to go right back out on the field. Hopefully they have a goldfish memory, but right now they're looking up at the score, and they're going to be forgetting a lot.
There's a reason this team is the defending state champion, having won 2 of the past 3 as well. And the kickoff is by Nelson, and it's going to go not into the end zone. Dominic Payne fields at the 1. He's at the 10, the 13, the 14. And he's not going much further than that.
That one had to hurt. He got gang tackled up high and down low.
So he's going to gain right about, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, even if we had glasses or binoculars on this one, I'm staring through fluorescent lit up.
I can help you out here.
2 panes of double pane glass. So I'm trying to lay it. It's going to be at the 14. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for Riverton, down 49-0. 8:44 to go. And if you want to know the difference in the programs and where they are as a state right now, I'll get Sean at some point in time to give you kind of a shot at the sideline of all the players on the Cody side, how deep they go. And Riverton with, it looks like about 8 guys on the bench dressed, so they'll travel with about the same 23. Not to say they're not playing with heart and good 20, but when you've got 50 options against 20 options, especially on a day that's been hot. It's cooled down a little bit, but it's been muggy.
It's a nice weather out here.
Especially by Wyoming. For guys for me, who's from the southeast and knows what muggy's like, it's especially muggy up here in Cody today. Handoff out of the gun, and it goes for nothing. It's going to be a loss of 3.5 all the way back to the 11-yard line. So it sets up a 2nd and about 13. Call it a long 13 or short 14.
And we are not trying to harp on this, but Dominic Payne, the running back, can't get anything going. They need to stop trying to start with the run. They're only backing themselves up and making it 2nd and 13, 2nd and 15, almost every single drive.
I don't mind the run, but he keeps going to his left, and that may be natural, and that may be where the play call is, but they're on it. They know where he's going, and we have all sorts of movement I don't know if it was going to be encroachment or not, trying to see what the call's going to be. It's going to back them way up if it's illegal procedure. Nope, it is going to be encroachment, so we're going to go from 2nd and 13 to 2nd and 8. Much like earlier in the game, a lost play is at least negated somewhat by a penalty. So 2nd and 8, let's see if they can do like they did in the first quarter, get it to 3rd and 3. They didn't get the first down, but they did get it to manageable 3rd down.
And right now their offensive line is tired. We all know that this defensive line for Cody is dominant, but they need to do something up front to protect Derek DeVries.
When you only have 8 guys on the bench, everybody's tired at this point. From the offset eye, DeVries is going to look to pass. He's going to find Ty Sheets off the middle, and he gets laid out shoulder to shoulder, but he did catch it for the first down. Nice job by the junior.
Ty Sheets.
Yes, Coach Bo Sheets saw him earlier. I bet he's happy about that. And we remember this basketball season, KTAK, your home for all Wolverine basketball. Going to be interesting to see with only Parker Paxton and Vincent coming back out of the starting lineup for the Wolverines, and Savannah Martinez and Sheets gone as well as a couple others for the Lady Wolverines. So on the play, they're going to hand it off. It's going to go to Braden Vincent. And he's going to gain very little, if anything at all. I think they're not even going to move it, so it will be 2nd and 10 from the 29 for Riverton with 6:41 to play in the 3rd quarter.
And so I think they're calling
And we've
something.
got a flag on the play.
I believe it was holding on the offensive line.
It is holding. It'll be a spot foul, so let's see where that's going to back them up to. It's going to be spotted down around the 16, it looks like.
Oh, my goodness.
So
is that a loss of 13 yards
it's going
on a holding penalty?
It's going to be first down now, and 17. First down and 17 for the Wolverines with 6:23 and counting in the 3rd. Going from the offset eye is DeVries. DeVries takes the snap. He's going to fade back. He's getting blitzed. They let him through. Caught by, I think that's Braden. Braden is going to get a good bit of it back. There is Vincent. Braden Vincent's going to reach about let's see where they spot it. Is that going to be at the 25? If so, that's a decent little gain.
Yeah, it's a nice gain.
No, it's going to be
24.
the 24. So it's going to be
about a gain of 6.
Excuse me, they had it wrong. It was 1st and 23. They're saying it's 2nd and 23. It's not. It is about 2nd and 15. And they caught up to it. Out of the offset eye again. DeVries surveying the defense. Takes a snap and looks to roll to his left. He's forced to roll to his left. Throwing away. And just over the hands of Branson Saltzgaver, the junior tight end. Had him open and just a little bit high. Give Branson all the credit in the world as he climbed that ladder trying to catch that pass.
So I was watching practice a little bit earlier before the game when they were doing warm-ups. Derek DeVries likes to throw on the run. He never really feels like doesn't have to be under pressure to throw on the run. He likes to throw on the run. That was just...
That's fine, but usually going against the grain of your body.
That's what I was about to
hard.
say. That is one spot right there. He didn't have the time to plant his feet, but he didn't have to run like that and throw like that.
So it's 3rd and 15, 4:44 and counting left in the 3rd. Now DeVries is going to go out of shotgun. I think he probably has Dominic back there, but the glare is killing me from these
Dominic.
4 panes. So Dominic's back, and we're going to have a timeout on the field, and that is going to be the first timeout of the second half for the Riverton Wolverines. We're going to take it with them, and we're going to pay some bills here on KTAK. Score with 4:31, 49-0. Cody all over the Wolverines. We'll be right back here on KTAK.
Therapy and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunner's Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288. Riverton's Hampton Inn and Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
And we're back here on KTAK, 3rd and 15 from the 24. DeVries in the gun. He's got 4 receivers, 2 on his left, 2 on his right, 1 protecting back. Blitz coming after him. He rolls. He almost gets sacked, but he's going to take off on his own. He's going to reach about the 30-31 and get tackled out of bounds. So he might have even gotten to the 32, but he's going to be well short of the first down. So I'm guessing with 4:06 and counting in the third quarter, we will see the punt team come on with 8 guys on the bench. Most of the guys just stay out there. So no real punt team as Derek DeVries is your punter. And, you know, this isn't the oddest thing I've seen. You were mentioning Tennessee Tech. Bailey Fisher from Rabun County, where we moved to, went there and was the quarterback for several years, and he was the punter for Rabun County.
It happens.
I get scared of having my quarterback punt because if he gets roughed with the leg way up, punt is going to be good. It's going to go all the way down to bounce around the 35 and end up being down right between the 29 and the 28. So it will be 1st and 10 for the Cody Bronx here with 3:24 to go. 49-0. We'll be right back on KTAK.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build...
And we're back here on KTAK. We'll be right back to that commercial in just a minute. And we've got Talich. He's on the run. He's going to throw across his own body, and it looks complete. Now you know why the Power 5 teams want him. It's going to be right just short of the 40, and will lead to about it's first down. Excuse me. It'll be first down at the 40-yard line and a half. Talich takes it. He's going to look to pass again. Oh, he almost got blindsided. Almost picked off by Sheets. Did he get it?
I think he fumbled it into his hands.
Let's see what they signal. We've got all sorts of calls, and they're going to say picked by Ty Sheets.
Wow.
Replay would definitely be in play here, but they are going to say it was a pick by Ty Sheets. That's his second. He's averaging 1 a game.
Yeah.
Here he had the pick 6 last week. Pick today. Did he get the pick
earlier? He had a
early
second
in the
pick
game?
earlier, too. No, okay. Nick McIntosh had the pick earlier.
Got the first pick. So Ty Sheets with the pick there.
Third pick of the
season.
season.
It's going to be first down for the Riverton Wolverines. 1st and 10 from their own 47. By far and away, legitimately the best starting field position they've had in quite some time.
And he knocked that into the air into his own hands.
They're going out of the gun here. 2 on his left, 2 on his right. 1 protecting back. Going to fake to Dominic and going to be flushed to his right. DeVries looking downfield. He's going to throw complete to Ty Sheets, who gets it around the 36. An unnecessary bump by one of the Cody High School guys as he stepped out. But, just emotions running wild on a team that's up 49-0. Probably a lot of youngsters getting in there who don't usually get in there for the Bronx.
And that's one of the things we were talking about. Troy Anderson, the coach for Riverton, told me earlier in the year he's not going to bring players he doesn't think is going to start up to a 2.5-hour drive. So that's why they don't have as many players on the sideline.
2nd and 3 here out of the gun. Same formation with the personal protector on his left. He's going to hand it to Dominic up the middle, and looky there. Doesn't go left and right. He gains the 35, but there's a scrum on a fumble. I don't see the beanbag. I don't know, but they're running in. It may be Cody with the controversial turnover after, let's admit, Ty Sheets, kind of a controversial interception there. And they're going to signal that Dominic was able to get it back. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line for the Riverton Wolverines as we're at 24 seconds and counting in the third quarter.
That was a nice run. Like you said, instead of going right to left, he goes left to right, and what do you know? He's finding an open spot. He went a little up the middle, but
Old school SEC fans know all about off tackle. We love it. 3 yards in a cloud of dust. I know Nebraska coined the phrase, but still. From the gun, 2 up top, 2 down low. Gonna fake it. DeVries gonna keep it. Cuts back and made something out of absolutely nothing, gaining about 4.5 yards and gaining the 20-yard line. But that'll end the third quarter here from Cody High School. Your Riverton Wolverines trailing the Cody Broncs 49-0 here on KTAK. Remember, we're on Wired today. Remember to go download the app. And remember, folks, we're going to stay through this. We're not going to go to commercial right here, or we probably will in a second. I forgot it's a quarter break. But remember, Gatorade and Papa Murphy's players of the game. We got 2 of them. If you write it down, remember it, scratch it on a piece of paper, make your child remember it like I do with grocery lists. You can come in on Monday before 10 a.m. Tuesday, because Monday is Labor Day. Tuesday to 603 Pershing Avenue, where our station is located. You want to ask for Kevin Shields. That's me. And then you want to say the players of the game, Papa Murphy's was this, Gatorade was this, and you're going to get some Gatorade prizes. You're going to get some Papa Murphy prizes, some free pizza on behalf of Wild Today, as well as a KTAK shirt. Plus, as an extra benefit, you will get to personally meet the renegade herself, Rusty Harris now.
Not Wirtz.
And we're back here, and Sean's not even following, realizing they switch at quarters, you know.
I know.
I know you Kansas guys don't. Jayhawk fans don't know much about football. But DeVries, the blitz is on. He takes a snap, rolls away from it. Wisely pulls it back in. He's at 25-20 and out at the 18, 19-yard line. So once again, DeVries here late in the game, making something out of nothing. And now I don't want to be accused of being a huge homer in this regard here, Sean.
Yeah.
Because we do know that up this big, the defending state champs are playing
second
deeper into their
stringer,
roster, getting them some playing experience. But that's fine. Nobody came out, I don't think Riverton came out thinking, we're going to take it on, we're going to just destroy Cody.
You can see their line here.
We're setting up for improvement. You don't go to 8-0 from 1-7. You have to make improvement, and that's what they're hoping. That's what Coach Anderson talks about when he talks about so many 8th graders rising up to freshmen and coming out and playing on the Froshmore team. DeVries out of the gun. He's going to fake it to Dominic. No, he's going to hand it to Dominic. He goes up the middle and fumbles the ball, and Cody has it. This time, absolutely no doubt. And that is, you know, we know he's tired. His arms are tired. Everything's tired about him. But Coach Anderson's going to say, just like Denzel Washington, Coach Herman Boone, and remember the Titans, you don't fumble my football.
And, you know, he's going to go back and he's going to apologize to his coach, but also he has to get back out there on defense now, and he's got to think about that for a little bit. And I think, honestly, Dominic, like you said, is tired. But I think that right now that Cody defense is just swarming them like they have all game, and it's actually finally working to their advantage more than it was earlier.
All right, let's see if Talich is still in the game. Bad snap. They're going to hand it off. No, Talich has come out, but they do hand it off to somebody new here. So let's start giving you players. Number 4, that was Boudry. He was carrying the ball, unless there's another number 4. The new quarterback is Maddox Ball, a 6'4", 180-pound sophomore. They just grow him down here. Handoffs again going to Grayson Boudry. He is a senior, and he's going to gain the 24-yard line for Cody. Sets up a 2nd and 6 here. Excuse me, the 34-yard line. From the gun is Matt, and he overthrows his intended target. Does Ball, the new quarterback.
So Ball actually played one series in the last of the second quarter.
But didn't he just play one play? Wasn't that the flip to Talich?
He had 3. I'll actually bring it up here while you call this here.
Ball out of the gun. He's got 2 down low. Somebody goes in motion, and he pitches it to the motion man, and he is off to the races at the 45 to 50, down to the 45, down to the 42-yard line is McCartan. Grady McCartan, 6'0", sophomore running back and middle linebacker for Cody. And you love to give credit where credit is due. These Cody students have not left yet.
No, they have not. And so here for you, with 10:28 left in the second quarter, they threw in Maddox Ball. He was 3 for 3 for 31 yards and a touchdown.
Maddox Ball with the pitch, wobbly-handed. He gets it out, and it's going to go for a first down right there. It is going to be a pitch to, we've got all sorts of new players in
18.
here. Number 18, that is, got to flip the page even. That is Dylan Brose, a junior running back. And we get a little bit of the colored smoke being set up. Got to give this. Now, Riverton, show up next week. Show up and support these hard-working young men and the cheerleaders in the band. Almost sacked and thrown incomplete, but it was still pretty on target for being under pressure, but incompleted to Jacob Ball. Wonder if that's any relation.
Wonder too. Yeah, 7. Maddox Ball was about 2 centimeters away from being sacked, and he still got rid of that ball with pinpoint accuracy. Just couldn't haul it in. 2nd and 10 from the 43 with 7:54 to go and counting in the game. Snap is the ball. He's going to keep it. Ooh.
He's going to gain the 25 down to about the 24 and a half, something like that. They're going to give him just the 25, and he's kind of a theme. He was running over secondary and linebackers. That has been a theme for their running quarterbacks. But, I mean, the kid is 6'4", 180.
Yes, that is a tall man. He's probably the tallest person out there just looking at it from here. He is at least 2 or 3 inches taller than anyone else on his team. So I don't know if there's very many people that on the Riverton defense that's this tired that's going to stop him right now with his fresh legs.
7:15 and counting. Ball runs up and changes the play from the gun. He's got 2 receivers. He's going to take it out, gun, fakes the handoff, and he's going to throw into the end zone the fade. Dropped. The DB outran it, basically overran his position, and the wide receiver dropped the ball.
And that was
so that will set up 2nd and 10.
That was 4 that overran his coverage there, and he actually got very lucky that the wide receiver dropped the ball.
Number 4 would be Branson Saltzgaber. Ball, again, this time he's going to keep. He's got the 20, and he's going to be right down close to the 10, probably the 11-yard line.
That was number 10.
Is number 10, who we got all sorts of guys coming in. That being Ben Hogan, who's also a quarterback.
They just grow them different out here, I guess.
Ben Hogan, a 6'1", 165 junior outside linebacker.
He took the snap again.
He's going to keep it this time. That's an outside linebacker, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to gain right about the 5. So it will be, they can still get a first down as they only gave him the 12-yard line earlier. So he's got to reach the 2. It is 2nd and 3, I do believe, from the 5.
Oh, he dropped it.
Dropped by the quarterback, and it's going to be recovered by the quarterback, smartly falling on it as Riverton's number 50 was trying to get in. That was Ryan Cox to scoop that up. So quickly, it's going to be 3rd and 14 from the 16-yard line. And number 55, I do believe, jumped there, trying to anticipate the count. Bryce Mason jumps off sides, and so that's going to be a 5-yarder, and that's going to make it a little bit more manageable as it's going to be 3rd and 9 for Cody. Don't need to give them any help down here.
No, you do not. Even with a 3rd-string quarterback in, they're still getting it done on this offense.
Hogan takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to number 5, who's going to go all the way down for the first down to the 1. So that was McCartan, the 6'0" sophomore, for Cody there. And we are about to go under 5 minutes. Why have they got the ball spotted way over there? That's way off. Okay, now they're going to bring it to the hash.
What was that about?
That was just weird.
They forgot where the ball is
They
placed.
forgot to place it at the hash. It's 1st and goal, and they've got number 5. Hogan's back there at quarterback. McCartan off to his left, goes in motion. Hogan's going to throw from the 2. He's going to be surrounded, and he is going to be stopped. He did not gain any yards. We'll call it a sack.
And, yeah, I mean, if we're going to put the quarterback on his butt in the backfield, that's going to be a sack, but that'll be the first sack in a while.
I think I'm going to give him a sack. It was no gain. Actually, it was a 2-yard loss. We don't have the best angle here.
They put Maddox back
2nd and goal. Maddox ball back in. He takes the snap. He's going to throw the fade there. And is that a pick? Yes, it is. Again, another pick in the end zone, and that is Mr. Ty Sheets.
And Ty's on the ground still.
Yes. He's still laying on the ground. This is kind of what happened last week, too, but that's his second pick of the game, his third of the season, I do believe. Fourth of the season. Is that his third tonight? Or
Nope,
did he have
second
two last
tonight,
week?
2 last week, and
So
it's
he's
the
got
same
2,
leg
so
that cramped
4
last week.
interceptions, so we hope that's just it again, that it's cramping. But they're going to take a break, so we are too. We'll be right back. It's 49-0, Cody Bronx over the Riverton Wolverines here on KTAK.
Area. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
Welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Riverton Athletics. Another Fremont score of interest, or a couple, and for Hot Springs as well. Final from Thermopolis, Tongue River dominating the Cats 49-6. That is a final. Lander, with 4:18 left in the third, is beating Green River at Green River 41-8. So the Tigers going to bring home a victory after their scrimmage victory last week. From the gun, they're going to hand it off, I do believe.
We have a new quarterback in. I'm sure Derek is tired.
We have a new quarterback in. Is that 17?
Yes, it is.
That would be Jackson Larson, and there's no gain on that play for the Wolverines, so it'll set up 2nd and 10 with 3:40 to go in the ball game.
Yeah, Derek's earned his time on the sideline right now. He's gone through the ringer tonight. He's gotten a couple sacks. He's gotten hit pretty hard on some runs, but he has made some impressive throws when he was able to get the time in the backfield.
Larson in the gun. He's got 2 up, 2 back. He's going to hand it off to number 8.
Yes.
I do believe number 8 is going to get out at about 27, 28-yard line. Number 8, that being guy I haven't called yet, Gage Treber. He's a freshman wide receiver and defensive back.
Is that number 9?
Yes, I think that is number 9. It makes sense. No, it wouldn't make any more sense. That'd be Xander Carpenter, a wide receiver in the DB. So it was one of those two. It was a wide receiver who's playing in the protector running back role.
His jersey's just bunched up to make the 8 look like a 9 or the 9 look like an 8. Either way, he's still in the backfield with him now. Let's see what he does.
Larson coming out in the gun, 2 up, 2 to his left, to his right. He's going to look to throw, and it is going to be, I do believe, complete. No, they will signal incomplete. Must have bounced off the ground. We can't really see it, actually, because of the entire roster of Cody standing in our way there. The student section is having one heck of a time here. Somebody's getting in trouble, though.
Oh, that's always how much fun it gets at the student section.
All right, we've got 2:12 and counting to go here in Cody. Riverton being thoroughly outclassed tonight, not totally unanticipated by the defending state champs. Larson's going to keep it, and he's going to get sacked. He tried to stiff arm a guy, and that guy said, no way, no how. So it goes to 4th down. No, excuse me.
That was 4th down, I thought.
That was 4th down, but nobody's switching out teams, so I'm confused now.
No, that was 3rd and 1, so this will be 4th down.
Excuse me, no, they're correcting some things. We have a timeout on the field. Everybody seemingly is confused. That was 4th down and 1 to go. And they did not get it. They didn't get close. They lost yardage.
They lost about 4 yards,
So it's going to be a turnover on downs. We are now at a dead ball, but we have been at a running clock because of the score, the mercy rule in effect. So this fourth quarter has been remarkably quick as we're only at 1:20 left. And you do wonder, what do you do here? I don't fault if you want to give a freshman or a sophomore some real game experience, because no matter how much you practice.
Talking about Cody or Riverton?
For Cody. They're going to try and hit you hard, harder than you ever will in practice. So Maddox Ball still in the game. He's going to look to throw. I'm not so sure about this. Lame duck being thrown. And I think Branson Saltzgaver may have seen a little too much green in front of him, thinking of pick 6. As he stepped in front of it and went between his arms. and is incomplete. So 40 seconds and counting, running clock here. Maddox ball is going to pitch it. They're going to keep it on the ground, and they're going to run it outside. They will keep running it, and he's going to do everything he can. Gets inside the 10, does Trey Thomason, and we've got under 23 seconds left. I can't imagine. The Cody students, the players are trying to get in line in a hurry. I can't imagine that the Cody coach is going to run any more plays.
Well, we'll see. They're looking for the call.
Yeah, and you notice the coaches aren't signaling anything in, really. And out comes some of the players are running over to the sideline.
5.
And we are going to have that was the last play of the game. So your Riverton Wolverines traveled all the way up to Cody, about 2/3 of the way they did last week, unfortunately coming away with a very similar result. 50-13 last week. It is 49-0 here tonight. We will be right back here momentarily, and we'll be right back with the Click It or Ticket post-game show here on KTAK.
I have been in law enforcement in Fremont County for 13 years. I didn't know much about therapy in general until I got injured in October of 20 chasing a cow. So I had to get shoulder surgery. And after my surgery with Fremont Orthopedics, I went to Fremont Therapy. And they were really excited to see you. So it was a really warm, welcoming experience. We tried all sorts of different methods to increase and make sure I had the best mobility for my job. Rachel's a firecracker. She's just a little spitfire. It was fantastic, a great environment to go and have your therapy.
Gourmet pizza in a flash. Papa Murphy's on North Federal in Riverton makes your pizza to order. Order online at papamurphys.com or in store. Delicious, fresh-made pizza just the way you want it. Papa Murphy's is a proud supporter of local student athletes.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
And welcome back to the Click It or Ticket post-game show here on KTAK and WYO Today Media. Again, 49-0. State champions rolled over this one. It was all Cody the entire time. A few bright spots, but few and far between.
Definitely, yeah, and a lot of their bright spots came on one particular drive right before the end of the second quarter, where they did get a good couple plays in a row, a couple chunk plays. But for the most part, their defense is really the only shining spot. They had 3 interceptions. They had quite a few sacks, actually. When I counted them up, they had 3 sacks, all of them actually coming in the final half. But with that, I mean, you got to look towards your offense to do better next time if your defense is going to be the best part of your game week in and week out. You can win with a good defense, but this defense isn't going to win you the type of games like this or like Powell last week. They can make some bright plays, but you need your offense to help you out your defense.
Absolutely. So a very tough stretch with a few bright spots, a first half drive for the offense. Defense a little bit more, 2 picks in the end zone. One by McIntosh, I do believe, one by Sheets. Sheets with 2 picks, averaging 2 picks a game this year, as he had 2 last week, including 1 pick six. So, but again, same leg. You wonder, is it cramps, or was it even cramps to begin with? Because the second week in a row, we've seen that leg go down with him holding it. You hope it's just cramps. But come on, guys, let's get him hydrated up. It was especially muggy for Wyoming, especially especially for what these Riverton kids are used to. Riverton, comparing even Lander, Riverton gets 30 inches of snow. in Wyoming. Lander gets 90 20 minutes down the road. Riverton is very, very dry. So on a humid, when it's hot out, you can kind of deal with it a little bit and you get past it. But when you're used to seeing it go down to no humidity really at all and get down into the 50s some of these nights, and now it's hovering in the 70s, maybe the 60s at the end of the game, and high humidity, it's just rough. And now we see, of course, the teams coming together for a nice moment, and that's nice to see as well after they just battled for 48 minutes on the field.
Oh, yeah. And you want to talk about humidity. Cody Beers and I called the Shoshone game yesterday, and it was hot. It was 90 degrees at kickoff, and it was 93 about halftime. And even then, the cramps that were happening to one or two particular players. You got to get them hydrated. You got to get them prepared for this game. Ty Sheets, you want to see him come into next week, and you want to see them at home, no less. You don't want to see your best player go down for any amount of time, especially after another interception. So hopefully they can get him healed up and get him ready for next week's game. And I'm just really excited to see if this week of practice will actually improve the offense anymore, because you could say it went down this week.
Yeah, a step up in competition, too, though. Powell may be out of region and whatnot, and people point that out, but Cody's a defending state champion. Powell's 5-4. So there is something to be had there, but still, the offense is only averaging 6.5 points a week, so that's something that's going to have to be addressed. The defense is doing about all they can. You can only do so much when you've got 26-ish, 25-ish players dressed out on your away roster. So we'll see if they have more of the Froshmores step up next week, or some of the freshmen, sophomores, not playing the Froshmore/JV game, but join the varsity squad, because you could definitely tell as it went downhill for Riverton, and it was not nice to see, and that's the way you also get some guys hurt.
Yeah, and going into their first home game next week against Evanston, you got to think that they're going to be a little bit different on offense. You saw what worked tonight, what didn't work, and you could even say what worked tonight only worked on one or two particular series. But right now, you just got to find the positives. And right now, the positives were pretty much the defense. They got a good amount of pressure those last couple drives when they were playing against Cody's second and third string line. Ryan Cox and Bryce Mason were getting into the backfield. They were getting extremely close to sacking the quarterback. I believe they got one sack combined between the two of them in the second half. But the interceptions are really all you can go home hanging your head high about. And we will see what Troy Anderson instills in their practice this week, especially if they don't want to lose their first home game, especially against Evanston. So that's one thing that we can look forward to, as Cody is celebrating on the field right now, rightfully so. 49-0 is one of the scores that you definitely want to celebrate as a team. So it's a nice atmosphere out here. It does stink that Riverton has to go home.
All right, we'll be right back. We're going to have our Gatorade and our Papa Murphy's player of the game. We didn't get that graphic fixed. We do apologize for you. We'll get it looking better next week. We do thank Gatorade and Papa Murphy's for actually sponsoring this. And we will be right back after these messages to give out those awards here on KTAK.
Wind River Family and Community Health Care has clinics located in Arapahoe, Ethity, and Riverton. We provide family medical services along with dental, optometry, behavioral health, physical and occupational therapy, and more. Our in-house lab and pharmacy at all locations make for a one-stop primary health care center for your health care needs. Wind River Family and Community Healthcare is striving for a stronger, healthier community because Wind River cares. More information can be found at windrivercares.com.
Back when I was riding in rodeos, I always made sure I was locked in, good and tight. Now as a touring musician, crisscrossing the country, I still make sure I'm locked in, good and tight. Of course I do.
Hauling ass, heading south, down the road in a Crow Cadillac, coupe to fill.
Buckle up for life, Wyoming.
And welcome back to the Click It or Ticket postgame show here on KTAK. It is now time for the Gatorade and Papa Murphy's game, players of the game. We'll be having them hopefully on air starting next week. On the way, they're trying to get loaded and get home, and we understand that. So once again, our Papa Murphy's, I'm going to give him Gatorade so he doesn't get loaded up on pizza too much. The Gatorade player of the game this week is once again our Papa Murphy's player of the game last week, Ty Sheets. 4 interceptions in 2 games. You would think that there's no way he could keep up this average, but if he does, we're going to have to do something to get like primetime Deion Sanders to give him a shout-out.
Trayvon
so
Diggs.
Congratulations to – I was talking about good Diggs.
No, I know, but Trayvon Diggs
not
broke
average.
the interception record last year.
No, we want to give props to Ty there. 2nd week in a row, he's taken home some honors. 2nd week in a row, he has 2 interceptions in the game. 1, a touchdown saving one. That's also when he went down on that same leg again, so we hope he's all right. It's just cramping, and we'll find out as soon as we can.
The other was the bobbling
a bit
one.
Controversial, but no replay here in this. So, second of all, we're going to go to the Papa Murphy's player game. Sean's going to tell you who won that.
Yeah, we are thinking it's Nick McIntosh who had the other interception on the game. It was once again in the end zone. There was 2 touchdown-saving interceptions, so this game could have very easily been 63-0 if it weren't for these 2 interceptions. But also on the receiving end, Nick McIntosh had a pretty good game. He had 30 yards receiving in the first half, and he kind of continued that throughout the second half, but he was a lot more he was a lot bigger on defense than he made himself look. That 1 interception is going to stand in the stats, but he was playing shutdown defense on a lot of the wide receivers that were going his way. Sadly, Cody was looking the other way and typically getting a first down whenever they would. So we're going to give it to Nick McIntosh, and we're going to give the other one to Ty Sheets.
So Nick McIntosh is our
Papa Murphy's.
Papa Murphy's
We don't want to make
Take and
Ty
Bake
Sheets.
player of the game. Our Gatorade, the thirst quencher player of the game, is Ty Sheets, both for what they did on defense. So we will be right back to wrap things up here on KTAK.
You need an oil change, but you don't have a lot of time. Expressway Lubes on South Federal in Riverton and Highway 789 in Lander provide a fast, professional lube oil and filter change. Expressway Lubes, locally owned and proud to support our local student athletes.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the WYO Today app now. Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at Du Bois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
And welcome back here to KTAK and the Click It or Ticket post-game show. We're about able to wrap things up. A couple of scores of interest. Wyoming Indian beat Guernsey Sunrise 40-6, and it is still Lander 44. I just forgot here the point. Green River 8 in the fourth quarter. So that it looks like Green River is, that Lander Valley is going to clinch that way, is going to win that game. And so 2 of the schools in Fremont County and Hot Springs in our broadcast area go home with a win. Of course, today 49-0. I think it was.
No, Thermopolis scored at the very.
Oh
yeah, for us,
49-0, and 49-6 for the Cats at Thermopolis. So we want to give a couple of shout-outs. We want to thank everybody for listening. We want to thank the Cody High School administration and their athletic department for making sure we were all set up and ready to go and getting us in our spot and being just as polite as can be and accommodating as can be. We also want to give a shout-out to our board operator, Katie Shields, as she's been working hard at night, and she's got one more game to finish up. And that's going to be it for Kevin Shields. This is
Sean O'Brien.
And we'll see you next week. Oh, hold on. I'm going to give you some, actually, what's going on next week before we quite sign off. On the September 9th, next week at 3 p.m. on KWYW, we're going to have Snake River at Du Bois. We're probably that's KWYW is usually going to be game of the week. But because it's playing at 3 and Riverton doesn't start till 6, we're probably going to move that to KTAK because that gives us our better coverage out in Du Bois on 106.3, I do believe. I hope I'm not wrong on that. That's where our translator turns it into up there. So we're going to be kind of playing some quick games with that one. Then we've got at 5 p.m. Thermopolis at Kimmerer. So you want to tune into KDNO as Kevin Simpson on color and Jordan will be bringing you that game. Jordan, of course, being the Wyoming sports broadcaster of the year. So they'll be bringing you that on KDNO. And then at 6 p.m., you can join myself, and we don't know exactly where we're going to be with all of this, as we are going to have Riverton versus Evanston at 6 p.m. It'll be me and hopefully Sean. Most
love
likely.
to be there.
And then we have, starting at 7, Lander is going, and this is going to be kind of our first chance to look. Lander's going to Powell. So how is that matchup a little later in the season? The in-state bitter rivals, or in-county bitter rivals, Riverton and Lander. How did they look against Powell? That's going to be, it's not a great barometer because teams improve, but it will be the great first barometer. So, again, this is Kevin Shields and
Sean O'Brien
here on KTAK. Thank you and good night.
Natural Health Solutions offers treatments for a variety of conditions, along with nutritional counseling, chiropractic, acupuncture, and more. Treatment plans designed individually to optimize your health. Call for an appointment, 856-8181 today.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places, and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here, given our wide range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
There are two ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
From the wide open